We are Joe No Hayabusa. So fucking back. I mean, wait, no, I did that wrong. We are Joe Hayabusa. Wait, you know what I mean. We are Joe No Hayabusa fucking back. For the last time. Just give me, oh my mic seems to be really loud. Holy shit. You know it, Joe. Give me a second to figure out audio. And I'll be right back. All right, test. Holy shit, that's loud. test. That seems even worse. Wow. We're gonna turn myself down. That's what we're gonna do. That'll probably be better. Like right about there. Let me know how that sounds. Once again, final stream of the year. I don't have my face cam on, so we ain't gonna. All right, I'll be right back, and then it'll be time to get to it because we got 92 movies to rank this year, basically, technically, kinda. We'll see. Give me a sec. This mic is just loud as fuck for no reason, bro. What is happening? Hold on. What about this? What about I do? Nope, not that. We're professional streamers back. Let's turn it all. Oh, there you go. There you go. That might be better. I turned the gain all the way down. All right. If it don't work after this, then I don't know what to say. Because it keeps fucking peaking. So I'm going to keep it right there. I'm going to keep it like across from me. I'm going to put it up to like right here. And hopefully that's not too loud. Alright, give me one more sec and then we'll get to it. Alright, that's good. Perfect. All right, let me figure out the music real quick, and then we will be on our way. Truly. Okay, it's time to change off this fucking song. That's a little bit too much. There you go. Okay. Anyways, I know it's been a while. It has been a long year. But this year's been pretty good. If you take a look at the slideshow, you might see a couple pictures of me. Got a new job. Was working 2 jobs. It was a lot, but it was a lot of good. It made me happy, made me smile. You know? Took a chance on myself. Did good. Watched a lot of good fucking movies this year. In fact, I have changed up the rules, which we'll get to. But as you can see, like it says on screen, this is the end. This will not only be the last stream of 2025. This will be the last stream I ever do at this apartment because I'm moving on the 3rd. And then I will come back to streaming at some point. I don't fucking know. You know, I gotta set shit up there. I gotta figure out how to get an Ethernet cable into a basement because I got a basement now. Yeah, otherwise, this will be the last stream of this year because when the fuck else would I drink soda, I eat pizza. Anyways, let's get to the tier list. It's gonna be this one. There you go. All right. Like I said, no webcam. We're just doing me, or you're just seeing the screen this year. All right. We'll go through the tier rankings as they've changed a little bit. At the top, movies of the year. It's staying the same as last year, where I pick one movie that I watched this year that released before. Oh, I know why it probably sounds loud as fuck. It's because there's like so much echo in here. Because there's like nothing on the walls anymore. Anyways, you'll just have to bear with that for the stream, because this is once I stream this computer's getting packed up. Yeah, movie that I watched this year that came out a different year, and then a movie that came out this year that was the best movie of the year. That is, I get to pick 2. And then under that, last year it was favorite 3 movies I watched. Now it's favorite 5 because I watched like 30 more movies this year. Those can be a mix of anything. They can all be movies that didn't even release this year. They won't be. I doubt it. They will be. I doubt that they will be. But yeah, they can be if I want them to be. Then, this shit means something to me, man. Those are probably some of the best I watched this year. They could be a personal favorite, but to be fair, I only rewatched a handful of movies this year. It was mostly just new movies. It was only like 10 rewatches this year, which is good. I don't want to keep rewatching movies. Unless they're like, I haven't seen it for a long time. But there's a couple, so they'll probably go up there. Next, A Certified Great Time. Not exactly like, oh my god, that was amazing, but like, damn, that was great. Then good movie, I'd watch that again, same as last year. I'd rather not watch that again, same as last year. It's mid or whatever / I. Basically same as last year. Then Slop. That's just bad movies. And it could also just mean like slop. You know what slop means. Isn't that like the word of the year for like some fucking dictionary or some shit? And then worst movie of the year. And I'm pretty sure I know what movie is going there, unfortunately. I'm gonna do one more audio check, and then we're gonna get started. It will take like 5 seconds. What's up, Anthony? All right, I'm gonna turn my mic up a tiny bit. There you go. All right, Anthony, you joined at the right time, because the first movie that I watched this year was Sonic 3. I thought, I'm gonna be honest, it's good. This is gonna be harder than last year. I have started to forget, like, not that I watch these movies, but like I've started to forget the movies because I've just watched so much shit. Also, Joker is on here. Joker 2 is on here twice because I accidentally added it. I'm gonna say, from what I remember, that was a certified great time. It's not one of my favorites or nothing, but, and this is coming from somebody who didn't watch. I didn't watch Sonic 2, at least not all the way. I don't even know if I watched it at all. I've seen Sonic 1 too many fucking times, but Sonic 3, that shit was solid, and I gotta give it to Keanu. It was pretty good. I normally don't fuck with his voice acting. I don't really hate his voice acting. I think he's a pretty bad actor in general, actually, but he was pretty good in that. There was some real Dragon Ball like shit going on in that too. Like, yeah, it's a kids movie and whatever, but I don't know. It was by no means a bad time, and at most, at most, it was a great time. Now, The Room, buddy, get your ass up there. The Room is like the pinnacle of bad movies. Like, I don't think there's any beating it. I could watch this every single year. I watched this for my birthday. We drank and watched this for my birthday. And I don't, and the next movie too. Like, there's no other funnier bad movie than this. Every time you watch it, it's the funniest shit ever. And even if it's not funny, it's very quotable. I don't even have to say the quotes. It's, you know, The Room. We all know The Room. And then we watched Uncut Gems, which I watched twice this year, actually. I watched it with a friend group, and then like one friend personally for his first time. And watching that movie for somebody's first time seeing it is always a treat. How angry they get, how freaked out they get. You're now sending a message. Thank you, Tyler. It's always a treat. This is the most fun movie to put on in front of a group of people who haven't seen it, and maybe like one other person who has. Couldn't say enough good things about this movie. As we'll come to find out, nigga, today, this is the Safdie World Order year. Alright. We already... Wow, why is this song playing? I already played this. Get out of here. Stop it. There you go. Got some new shit. Alright. Next, Drive. Drive is literally Me the Movie. I kind of don't get that. I kind of don't get the sentiment. I know Ryan, it's kind of more that Ryan Gosling is a literally me guy, but I don't know. But the movie, I'm gonna say a certified great time. I don't know. It felt a little, I don't know, like there was something more that I wanted out of it, but at the same time, I kind of liked that it was just, it almost felt like the day in the life of this fucking psychopath. Because that's what he is. He's not exactly the greatest like person in the world. He's kind of just a weirdo, but I do really like the ending. The ending I think about all the fucking time. The soundtrack obviously is peak. I almost used the soundtrack in my D&D session, and I use it for a lot of inspiration for D&D. And also, you know, it inspired Hotline Miami, which is one of my favorite fucking things of all time. So, it's got to at least go up there. I wouldn't say... I'm going to go... Obviously, I'm going to go back through all these. But I don't know if I'd say it's one of... I don't know if it means something to me like them. I'm going to keep it in a certified great time for now. Mr. Nobody. One of my favorite movies of all time, with the unfortunate caveat that the main actor is Jared Leto. But hear me out. I know that sounds bad, but this movie is like, it's the best. Me and Jonathan would watch a lot of these movies. We'd watch like mindfuck movies. This is the best mindfuck movie I've ever seen, where it's like, whoa, that's like really deep and crazy. But I mean, it has a message that's always stuck with me. Like, when you're put in between two impossible choices, you make the third. That's kind of, at least that's what I took the message as. There's always a third option, and you make that third. And I don't know, it's just, it has a really beautiful ending that I feel a lot of these type of movies where it deals with time travel and like making decisions in life are very nihilistic. This movie has a very beautiful and hopeful ending. And it kind of says, I don't know, I feel like the meaning of it is, even when you don't feel like it, there's always meaning to your choices. yeah, one of my favorites will has stayed one of my favorites. I thought surely, like, this is the 5th time I watched it, I wouldn't like it as much. I still liked it just as much. Okay, back to new releases. Captain America: Brave New World. You know, I think I really lied to myself with this movie a lot, as I was watching it too. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. Some people are saying it was a 4 out of 10. I think it's like a 6 out of 10, which to me, that lands in the good movie. I'd watch it again. Maybe. I wouldn't watch it anytime soon, but I don't know. It's not that bad. And also, like, the problems that people have with it, the leader, he doesn't look like the comic nigga. No.
Don't nobody give a fuck about the leader.
Stop lying. Don't lie to yourself. I think the Red Hulk shit is cool as fuck. But they shouldn't have shown it in a trailer. But at the same time, what do? Do you not put Red Hulk in the trailer? That's going to be the only thing that sells the movie because people are racist. I think it's more just sad that this is Anthony Mackie's, you know, this is his shot at... He had an interview talking about, like, this is the first time that this is my movie. People are coming to see me. And for it to be this, it's really unfortunate. So, yeah. Hulk movie without Hulk, it could be better. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not... I don't think it's bad, but it definitely could be better. And it also could have had Hulk in it. I don't know. I feel like they really had a slam dunk, especially with it. What did they? Yeah, they called it Brave New World. They could have, with the original title being like New World Order. I think they had a fucking slam dunk. And somehow they fumbled. That trailer was good as fuck too. I don't know, man. Unfortunate. Nobody. So I only watched this. I've been wanting to watch Nobody for a long time, but me and my friend were watching Better Call Saul. It'd be like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, imagine, like, Breaking Bad characters in John Wick. I'm like, you know, that's literally the plot of Nobody, right? You've heard of that? He's like, no, what is that? And then we watch Nobody, and it is Bob Odenkirk as just a guy doing John Wick stuff, and it was pretty great. It's by no means one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, in terms of action movies, though, like, I might order these at the end. I don't know. But, like, it's probably towards the top of great. Like, I don't know. Just a good action movie. It's funny. It's funny. It's cool to just see Bob Odenkirk, like, kicking ass. Especially going from watching Better Call Saul and then crying about Chuck to that. I don't know. Just a fun movie. Get some friends, watch it. Unfortunately, I didn't catch Nobody 2 this year. Maybe that will probably be in next year's list. Yeah. Hopefully Nobody's 2 is just as good. It is peak. All right, now on a lot more serious note. What is it called? It's hard not having the titles on here. I think it's the point of interest, the place of interest. What is it called? I'm a fraud. I watched too many movies this year. You gotta give me some leeway. Zone of interest. The zone of interest. I think this is, and I speak with no hyperbole here, this is probably one of the most important films of the 21st century. And for right now, I'm going to put in favorite 5 movies I watched. There is a scene in this where it's just, so if you don't know the plot of the movie, it's about I don't know his fucking name. Fuck that nigga. Fuck his whole family. It's the head of the death camp, the Auschwitz death camp. And they lived right across from Auschwitz in their own little house. And you can see by the poster. The poster's fucking genius. Everything but their house is blacked out. Because the point is that hold on, I'll get to it. Because that's all it focuses on. It only focuses on the family in their house and what goes on inside of it. It doesn't cut to Auschwitz and show. It doesn't. There's no characters in Auschwitz. All you hear is sounds over the wall, and you see soot coming over the wall. From the furnaces. And there's a scene in this movie where the mother, or the wife, she has her mother over. And she's just talking with her and blah, blah, blah. They're just like, oh, yeah, the garden is so nice. And this house is so big. And I get to have everything I want. And I can't remember exactly what's happening. But I just remember it. You can hear, like, dogs barking over the wall. And you hear screaming and blah, blah, blah. And it's not like crazy screaming. It's not like blood curdling. It's just like you hear, like, faint screams. And it just shows a bunch of flowers, and then the screen just turns like red, just completely red. And that scene made me bawl my fucking eyes out. The reason I did is because the fucking genius opening to the movie. If you want to watch this movie, I think you need to do it alone, or you need to do it with somebody who's gonna shut the fuck up the entire time. I watched this movie, and I didn't know this coming in. I just did it because I was like, I want to relax and watch a movie. I turned off all the lights, turned off the ceiling fan. My room was silent. It was dark out, so there was no light in my room except for the TV screen. The first quote-unquote scene in the movie is just a black screen. And the soundtrack playing in that is called First the Ears, or something similar to that. And it's to train your ears to listen to, like, that's the sense that they want to hear you first. And somebody in the YouTube comments of it put it perfectly, that it's like, if they saw it in theater, I couldn't imagine seeing this in the theater. I probably would have already started crying. I almost did already start crying just thinking about it, because the soundtrack playing is like an elevator to hell. Because if you know anything about the Holocaust, it's probably one of the, there are other genocides happening right now, so I don't want to say that's the worst thing to ever happen in human history, because there's probably one of the worst genocides happening in human history, and nobody's doing anything to stop it, which is kind of what this film is about, because you should... I'll get to that. You're just sitting there for like 3 minutes long. It's 3 minutes of black screen and this song going on, or the soundtrack, and all you can do is just think about the Holocaust and the atrocities. So then when the movie starts and actually begins, and all it is just about the family that lived in the house or like mansion or whatever across from Auschwitz, anytime you hear a slight sound, which you're going to because your ears have been trained now, all you're going to think about is what's going on over the wall. And I think that is the message of the movie, is you need to look over that wall. Especially this, it might have been a good year for me, but it has not been a good year for some people. And I'm not trying to virtue signal or whatever the fuck. But it has come to the point where you need to do what you can in any way that you possibly can to help those around you. I'm not gonna harp on it too much. I don't think this is a stream for that. This isn't the place for that. But this is a very, very important movie. I think this should be shown. This should be curriculum to watch this movie in any school. Yes. Anyways, Zone of Interest, amazing movie. One of the best I've seen this year. It will probably keep its spot up there, just considering how long I yapped about it. Anyways, Detroit. Now I know why people, when they watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and they saw the nigga that played Adam Warlock, they're like, oh, fuck that nigga. Pretty intense movie to watch during Black History Month. I can't remember the exact period, but it was during Detroit riots. And it's about, if I remember correctly, just from this, it's about 4 black men, and they're I don't know what you'd call it, relationship with a really fucking horrible excuse for a human being of a cop. Same. What's the difference? And yeah, it was intense. It was a little weird though. It felt like it was shot like The Office, and then I found out, at least I'm pretty sure, that John Krasinski was like involved somehow. It made me, I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna just say good movie. I'd watch it again. I don't know if it'd be appropriate to put that in a certified great time, because it is not. It's very sad and very fucked up. OMG, the streamer went woke. I'm sorry. I know. The Social Network. I'm not as in love as other people are with it. You know, okay, maybe I need to reevaluate. Let me talk through it. I hate Mark Zuckerberg. And Jesse Eisenberg is really good at playing who I think Mark Zuckerberg is. But at the same time, I feel like he's kind of just playing Jesse Eisenberg, and it reminds me a lot of Lex Luthor. So I'm like, this is making me mad in ways that I don't think it's intended to. Also, I feel like the film ending is abrupt, but I only feel that way because there's a lot more that they could add to it, which apparently they're making a Social Network 2. Why'd I say it like that? 2, but without Jesse Eisenberg for some reason. I don't know. I thought it was good. It was like a 7 out of 10. I really don't have too much to say about it. I'm glad I watched it. I almost forgot. Like I said that night, I'm like, I'm watching this because I know I'm gonna forget to watch it. Andrew Garfield's good in it. What does he say? I forgot my Prada at the cleaners. Oh my fuck you, flip flops or whatever the fuck. That part's funny. Elysium. Is mid. I don't know. I kind of knew it would be. And I was kind of, in a way, watching it for inspiration for D&D. Just as, like, I don't know. I was kind of just looking for shit to watch. I wanted a cyberpunk movie. There's really not that many of those. I think also I wanted to watch, I wanted to watch a movie, but I didn't want to rewatch, was it District 9 or whatever the fuck? What is playing? No. Why? No, get out of here. Hold on, I have to... My music playlist is acting stupid. Okay, hold on. Now it's playing my D&D playlist now. Get the fuck out of here. You already played this song. Let me some new stuff. There you go. Okay. Give me hold on. Is loop on? Hello. Loop. Turn off loop. Loop playlist. Okay. Anyways, what was I talking about? I was talking about Elysium. Yeah, I don't know. It was just... I didn't want to rewatch District 9 or whatever the fuck it's called, because I already watched it. And I also didn't want to rewatch Chappie because I already watched it. There was a lot of just times this year I'm like, damn, I want to watch a movie. But I don't want to rewatch a movie because I want to watch new shit, but I didn't know what to watch. So that's kind of what Elysium was. It was whatever. It's like honestly teetering on the edge of slop. It was kind of just an action movie that could have had a lot more to say. Here we go. This one's for you, Tyler. Power Rangers. Low-key, that was a certified great time. I don't like, people are like, oh, they don't go into the suits until the last half of the movie. Yeah, like Power Rangers, like the show. At least from what I remember. And I liked the teen drama stuff. That's what, from what I remember watching Power Rangers as a kid, that's what Power Rangers is about. It's mostly teen drama, but it has really cool fucking fight scenes and shit. So, me personally, I had a great time with that. Where the fuck is that sequel though? Never coming out. Like yeah, like CGI maybe didn't age as well, or maybe they rely too much on CGI and yada yada yada. The suits might not look too cool. I think the suits look cool as fuck, but I don't know. I thought it's pretty. You know, maybe great time. I'd put it. Okay, this looks crazy now with Social Network at the bottom of there. Let's. There you go. That's where I'd put it. But it's also like I think with the right people, and I think I watched it with the right people, it can be a great time. But otherwise, it's just a good movie. All right. Now this is one that might make people kind of mad. I'm just gonna put this in good movie, but like towards the bottom. Goodfellas. I don't know, man. You'll see with another movie a little later on, and yeah, actually a couple of movies that I just don't think I like Italian mob movies or anything. I don't give a fuck if this isn't Italian. I don't even remember if there's Italian mob. I'm just assuming it's good. It is. It's good, but it's just like people. This is some people's favorite movie like of all time. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know. And also maybe it's just because I'm heartbroken dog emoji. The movie's fast, man. If you like, I wasn't following like half of it. I think I gotta rewatch it. I think that's what I gotta do. I don't want to speak on it too much just because of that. I just wasn't following enough. And I was locked in. I wasn't like on my phone. I went on it like maybe a couple of times, like just to check for notifications. But like otherwise, I was pretty locked in. But I don't know, man. It wasn't for me. At least I think. It's a great watch, not that great of a movie for Power Rangers. I think that's a great way of putting it. Sinners. I mean, come on, man. It's for a lot of people, this is their movie of the year, and I completely understand it. This is, nigga, I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, you want to see Sinners? Like, I heard it's gonna be good, or I know it's gonna be good as fuck. I know it's like vampire hunting, Michael B. Jordan movie. That's all I knew. That isn't what the movie is. They don't hunt vampires really, but I will say, it has the scene of the year, nigga. The fucking scene where, not to spoil, but they talk about like how music, it moves. I don't know, like it moves through generations, or it can like connects to past and future generations. Nigga, I've never felt that way in theaters before. I felt like Cloud 9 floating in my seat. The whole theater felt like we were floating. Everybody was silent and just locked the fuck in. That was I wanted to get up and start clapping. Insane. And also that like it's one of the, other than another movie we'll talk about later. I'll just say it, one battle after another. That's the only other movie that I saw in IMAX this year, I think. And maybe I should have watched some other ones, but or maybe I don't know. But it's one of the only ones where I'm like, yeah, you got to see this in IMAX. If you don't see this in IMAX, there's no point in watching it. But even then, even when I watched it at home, because I rewatched it with a friend, it looked pretty great on my big ass TV. So the aspect changes, good. Fucking, what is it? I was gonna say Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan's in the movie. What is that nigga's name? The nigga that makes Transformers, whatever his name is. He wish he could do fucking aspect ratio changes like that. Yeah, there are many people who can probably say a lot more about Sinners that are a lot more qualified than me to say anything about it. Go watch the movie yourself, form your own opinions, but it is probably gonna stay in the top 5 of this year. It is a priority to keep it so. Your favorite movie of the year? Oh yeah, I completely understand. It's not mine. We'll be getting to mine pretty soon. Because I already, this year there's a difference. I know my top movies the top 2 movies of the year. I don't know. It's gonna be a battle for those top 5 spots. Anyways, the menu. Hold on. I need to switch this around. There you go. I feel like that fits. That makes more sense. I think that's how it was last year. That looks ugly. Why did it? Oh yeah, I think I did switch it around on accident. Yeah, that's my bad. Did I? Who knows? Whatever. I'm gonna put the menu at the top of its mid slash it's I slash whatever. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I'd watch it again. A lot of it kind of, I feel like it really relies on shock value. Like, it's not really a scary movie. I don't think it's that great of a thriller because once the first quote-unquote kill happens, which did shock me, that made me fucking jump. The sound of the thing happening, if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, holy fuck. But then it's kind of just like, I'm going to keep you all in this room and you're going to die in silly ways. And it's like, oh, okay. It's kind of just like, I don't know, it's just like, it's a bit of like a gallery. I guess that's the best way I could put it. Where people just die and it's like, oh, okay. Ending's cool, I guess, but I don't know. It's kind of a corny movie, if I'm being honest. Although I do, and everybody likes the scene where he asks a lady, where she's just like, do I have to die too? He's like, did you go to college? Or I don't know. He asked something about if she went to college, and she's like, yeah. And she's like, did you go have student loans? And she says no. He's like, yeah, you're dying. That's good. That's probably the funniest part in the movie. Thunderbolts. Uh-oh. Shit. Okay, yeah, the top 5 is gonna be crazy, nigga. Get ready for the end of the stream, and we still got all these movies to go. I'm gonna try to pick up the pace a little bit. No, I'm not, because I gotta talk about Thunderbolts, nigga.
I told you, niggas. I told you.
Ooh, Kevin Feige, where's my paycheck, nigga? Nigga, they did it this is exactly what I've been waiting for. Oh my god, nigga. I got a video of me up on Twitter if you want to go look at it. When they show New Avengers on screen, holy shit. It's everything I could have asked for. Except Norman Osborn at the end. That would have, nigga, if that, I shit you not, if they would have had Norman Osborn at the end, like show up and be like, oh yeah, somebody bought Avengers Tower. Who is it? Hi, I'm Norman Osborn, and we are the new Avengers. Like, he shows up to present the New Avengers and him a part of it as the Iron Patriot because Tony Stark is gone. Nigga, I would have bust. That I shit you not, it would be movie of the year. It would probably be movie of the year, or it would be in a battle to be up there. I don't know if I can put it in favorite 5 movies of the year, but it in theater. Fuck it, I'm putting it up there. I don't know how long it'll last up there. I don't think in good conscience I can keep it there, but my god, was that a fucking experience, man. And also, like, to talk about the actual movie itself, not just me being right and me being goated and awesome. For anybody who doesn't know, I predicted this, like, nigga, like 4 years ago when I read through Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four all the way to / New Avengers / Dark Avengers, blah 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 blah. Or where you start reading is where all that shit starts popping off. Thunderbolts and Dark Avengers. But man, I don't. The way that it ends in a hug rather than a final fight. That's so good. That is so refreshing. And then they fumbled they fumbled the after credit scene, which is so cool. I'm so happy they did that. We'll get to Fantastic Four fucking later. Fantastic 4 out of 10. Jurassic World Dominion. I'm sorry, it's slop. I don't like it. It wasn't good. Kind of like it wasn't. I don't think it's as bad as some people say, but it definitely is slop. It's like we gotta get all the old guys back. Why? Why are they the only people that can fight the dinosaurs? It was cute, right? Like to see them together, but like nigga. If it felt like an event, they did like an Avengers moment for Jurassic Park. Come on now. You ain't moving like that. You never will move like that. Get him out of here. All I got to say. But for SLC Punk, get your ass up there to movie of the year. Oh my God. This is, I think this is, it's almost like this is the movie I was searching for. Or this is the perfect movie for me to watch at this point in my life. Hold on, I need to, this music is distracting me. I need to pause it for a second. Man, first of all, I need FNAF fans, which we'll get to them. Don't worry, we'll get to them later. I need them to pick up a fucking real movie, nigga. This is a real ass movie. SLC Punk. And in my opinion, it's Matthew Lillard's best fucking role, which is a shame because he's been acting in some slop. I don't know, like it. I'm pretty sure this was like kind of an indie film too. I'm almost 100% sure it's an indie film. But just the message, the ending of this movie will always stick with me. I had a coworker and they're like, the ending stuck with me because it's like, wow, he actually was a poser all along. It's like, well, I don't think that's really the message of the movie. I think the message of the movie is that you can still be a punk and be a functioning individual in society. Because, he kind of starts it being like, fuck you, fuck society, fuck all that. But then he realizes, like, well, I kind of have to fall in because if I don't fall in, society is going to eat me up. So I need to do what I can while also saying fuck the world. It's beautiful. It is like the best. I wouldn't say it's good coming of age movie for like a teenager, but I think it's a good coming age movie for somebody in my age group. Yeah, he's gonna be in Daredevil too. Yeah, and I bet they're gonna use him so well. He's genuinely like one of my favorite actors, and he acts his ass off in this shit. He talked about like the final scene in this as well. Or not the final scene, but like the penultimate scene, I guess. And just like where that emotion came from. And you can tell, like, he has so much talent in him. And then he goes and acts in dumb bullshit. I said on Twitter, I know he loves doing fandom work, but come on, man. You got to tell your agent, get me into some real shit like this. Because this moved me, man. I watched it. I almost rewatched it 3 times. I watched it like, I watched it the first time, and then I rewatched it like 3 days later with Precious, because I'm like, oh my god, nigga, like I gotta tell the world about this. I'm sad I didn't get to rewatch it a 3rd time. By far, my favorite movie that I watched this year, that didn't release this year. It has stuck with me the entire year. I think of that ending all the time. Punk Rocker, exactly. Which it kind of I want to say this is also the year, at least for me, this is the year of being bold. And I think this was the start of it. And also kind of the year of being punk rock. And I mean, what better movie to be punk rock than SLC Punk? Don't worry, Superman, we'll get to you. John Wick is a good movie that I watch again. I've watched it too many times. There are so many times that I'm like, I'm going to watch John Wick so I can watch the whole series. And then I just watched John Wick 1. I don't have anything to say about it. It's John Wick. It's good. It's goated as fuck. But I've rewatched it like 3 or 4 times. And then this year I finally watched John Wick 2. Now, Kane, you're going to need to help me because I don't 100% remember. But I think... Oh, wait, no. That might have to go up there. For right now, I'm putting it, this means something to me because that's the one where, nigga, the ending of that movie shocked me. And Justin does this where he's like, this part's crazy. And normally I'm like, okay, now I know that I'm going to be shocked. But then this one, I was like, oh shit. And I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? The scene where they all pause and look at him, the entire park. I'm like, nigga, that shit is crazy. That's probably one of my other favorite scenes of this year because that actually shocks the fuck out of me. Because I thought it was going to be like, oh, a couple people are going to look up from the park benches. No. They all stop on a dime to look at that nigga. I wouldn't say it's the best John Wick. So, I'm going to keep it up there. That movie's good as fuck. Anyways, on to, no, we're going to get, I'm going to kind of go out of order for some of these because I watched the first movie and then a sequel sometimes. I just want to do it that way. John Wick 3, I don't remember liking it as much as, what is it? As 2. I thought that shit was great, though. That shit is good as fuck. Especially the opening, where he's running from everybody. At least I think that's what's happening. This is what I mean. I don't remember. They all kind of just melded into one. I don't remember if the beginning to this is him running away, or if this is the one where he's getting his car back. I don't know. I know this is the one, I think, where he ends in, like, the glass room, and, I mean, there's a lot of glass rooms in this one, but... And he gets, like, fake killed. I don't know. I can't remember. That might... Oh, no, it's 2 that starts like that. Okay. Fuck, I don't know. The John Wick movies are hard to rank because I don't remember... Oh, I need to put my music back on. Sorry. I can't remember for sure, like, which one is which. So I'm also just going to put... just to get it out of the way... If I can find it. There you go, John Wick 4. I'm going to put it in certified great time as well. Next to John Wick 3. I do really like the ending, though. The ending is really good. I don't know how they're going to make a John Wick 5, but I know they said they want to. Somehow. Yeah, I don't know, but it's good. They're all good. They're all good movies. They're all great movies, in fact. The only reason, like I said, the only reason John Wick 1 is down there is because I've rewatched it so many times. Yeah, go to this fuck. Watch all the John Wick movies. There's no going wrong. All right, now we'll go back to A Fistful of Dollars. Good movie. Good Western. Now, this year, I finally ran the Western D&D, and I watched this one for Western D&D, and it's not as good as the other one I'm going to be talking about later. But man, is it good as fuck. It's a little bit more boring, and you do have to get over... I'm thinking I'm black. You don't have to get over... Well, you kind of do have to get over that. I'm pretty sure there's blackface in this movie. Or at least indigenous face. I mean, the ending of it in the, like the final gunfight, that's good as fuck. But it is a little meandering. Old movies are like that. If you watch an old movie, you know what I mean. But it's good. Fistful of Dollars is good. Nothing wrong with it. That's not true. It's got a few problems. But I don't think you can go wrong by watching it. Predator... Killer of Killers. I'm forgetting the title of all these movies. When I watched it with a group of friends, I was like, this is good as fuck. This is probably like the best Predator. But Or no, it's rated like the best Predator movie. I don't know if I'd agree. Probably would have been elevated if I saw Predator Badlands this year, but I didn't. I'm just gonna say good movie, but some of it's kind of mid. It also, like, your mileage will vary because it's 3 different characters, 3 different time periods, and some of them you might find boring, some of them you might find some of them you might find peak. So for me, I think it's just right in the middle. It's an animated movie too, and I don't like, the animation looks cool enough, but it's not my favorite at the same time. That's really all I got to say about it. I don't think there's anything too special. I think people glazed it a little bit too much, and I think I glazed it a little bit too much too, but it's different when you watch it with a friend. So, all right, had to run this one back. 28 days later, I ran it back. I don't know. Okay, this year has also been a maturing in my film watching experience. There's one movie that it's this one down here that made me mature a lot in terms of mostly sexual stuff, basically sexual violence in movies. Which it's once again, it is okay if that makes you uncomfortable, that in movies, because it always made me uncomfortable. But I've matured in the sense that I'm like, I need to start watching stuff that's gonna make me uncomfortable, because that's what art is. It sometimes makes you not want to sit like still and like, this is making me weird or feel weird, like not in a good way. And that's the intention. So I was like, fuck it. I watched through this with a friend to get ready for 28 Years Later. And this is out of order. I watched 28 Years Later first, but it's peak. Like, that shit is good as fuck. Like, hold on one sec. My bad. Yeah, it's peak. I think I was overreacting a bit to the SA shit in the movie, because it really it's not like it shows anything. It's not like anything really happens, or at least not a lot happens. It's not good, and it's uncomfortable to watch. But yeah, you can go back and listen to what I said about 28 Days Later last year. I'm not gonna reiterate anything about it. It's a good ass fucking movie. 28 Weeks Later is not. I'd rather not watch that ever again. It's not slop, but what the fuck was that movie? I don't like. It has some good ideas. I think if you're a fan of 28 Days Later, I think you should probably watch it with the caveat that, like, it's not good. It's not great. Nigga, the scene where the dad turned into a zombie or whatever, and then he just starts like beating his wife like in a chair, and it goes on for like a minute, which doesn't sound like a long time, but like, the opening's good. The opening's really good, where he abandons them. Slop? I don't know about slop. I don't think they slop. But I don't know. It's right on the edge of it. It's teetering on the edge. The Jeremy Renner 4 thumbs down. The Jeremy Renner shit, like, I don't get the point in the movie. The ending's really good though, where it shows them running out into Paris. Which, speaking of, it brings me to 28 Years Later, which is my movie of the year. Undoubtedly so. I couldn't stop fucking thinking of this movie, nigga. I still can't. The reason I said the Paris thing, it's funny, like, it does the Paris thing at the end of 28 Weeks. And it's like, oh yeah, but France got on that shit immediately. Which makes sense. Like, I like that explanation. They're just like, oh yeah, we just killed all the zombies. And quarantined them off. Like, and we didn't need to do what they do in this movie, which is... This is such a... First of all, just the concept of this movie. 28 years later, and the British Isles are quarantined, and the rest of the world is just fine, and that's it. It's just the Brits. We should do that in real life. And then, I mean, that isn't even... Nigga, before we even talk more about the movie, the trailer? Oh my god, nigga, that's a real fucking trailer. Holy shit. I don't even know what to say about the trailer. Just the way that's shot, and then when it gets to having that song in the movie too, fuck that nigga Moist Critical saying, oh, it was weird. And what I say a few minutes ago when I was talking about SLC Punk, this is the year of the bold. This is the year of go bold or go home. This movie is bold as fuck, and I think that's why some people are like, oh, maybe I don't like it because it's like British and British movies are different. No, you don't like it because it makes you uncomfortable and it's kind of weird, and it's not just an action. It's not just the best part about this movie, it's not just a follow-up action movie. It's not just another one. That's what 28 Weeks Later got wrong. This is the most human movie I've watched this year. It's also a very personal movie to me, due to the ending. But I never, when I thought this is and also this is the first movie I ever saw alone. I think in my life, this is the first time I went to a movie theater alone. It was like opening night. I saw it alone, and it was great. But it. I didn't think when I walked into that theater I was gonna cry watching that movie, and I cried. I think I cried both times, or at least teared up both times. Just insane. The cinematography too, the way that it shot, the kills in that movie are crazy. Where it's got I know you've seen the fucking, maybe you haven't, but the pictures of the iPhone rigs, which it's a little disingenuous what they're saying, like shot entirely on iPhone. Yeah, it's shot on an iPhone with an IMAX rig hooked up to it. But like where they have like all the phones lined up to show the kill in like a 180 degree like turn, like freeze frame, nigga, that's crazy. Also the three-legged demon. And then Jimmy, at the end of Jimmy, which some people are like, oh, that was out of place. It's like, yeah, but like it was weirdly fitting. Like, just like, I don't know. It is such an interesting world that they have going. I am beyond excited for the Bone Temple, nigga. Nigga, my bone will be up if you catch my drift. I will be at the Bone Temple. God, what a fucking movie. That's why it's my movie of the year. I can't gush about it enough. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Or not go see it, but watch it. Go watch the Bone Temple. It's fucking peak, man. And also, I gotta keep yapping about it. One of my favorite parts about this movie, and this is gonna, I know this sounds bad, but just hear me out. One of my favorite parts about the movie is that it did a lot of stuff where I'm like, when you watch a movie, sometimes your brain subconsciously is just like, oh, they're gonna do this next. And then it didn't. And I was like, oh, I actually like that more than what my brain thought. Or sometimes my brain was just like, oh, I hope they do something. Or it would be cool if they did this. But I don't think they're going to do it. And then they do it. My example that sounds bad, unless you have context, is what I thought in my head was just like, it would be kind of cool if this dad was a piece of shit. Like, what if he hit his son and then he did? And I was like, oh, wow. Because I was under the impression that Aaron Taylor Johnson's character is the main character, and then it switches to Spike, the little ass kid who is acting is fucking phenomenal. Nigga, he's got a career. Get that nigga an Oscar right now. That movie was it's so good. Can't gush about it enough, but I'm going to stop now just because we still got all this. Anyways, movie of the year is was it 28 Years Later and SLC Punk. It did one more thing about it being bold. It made a lot of bold choices, not to spoil anything, but concerning a baby, which I think also pushed a lot of people off, being like, this is weird. It's like, yeah, like, let it be. Nigga, sit the fuck down and watch a weird ass movie for once and just accept, like, it's weird and you don't need an explanation for everything. Shit can be weird, even if it's like, it's not like the one from before. Fuck you, nigga. That's why we got Rise of Skywalker being just a slideshow of everything that we've ever seen from Star Wars. Because when they switched it up a little bit in The Last Jedi, which is not a perfect film, I know that. But when they switch it up and be like, actually, we're gonna do things different now and say fuck the old shit, then people just they threw up their hands and be like, anyways, it doesn't look like that's where the Bone Temple is going. It looks like it's gonna be more weird ass fucking shit, and people say it's good. So yeah, 28 years later, it's fucking peak. It's movie of the year, nigga. Anyways, on to Priest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a place for it. I probably should have made one, but actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna embarrass myself by accidentally like misspelling disappointing. I know how to spell disappointing. I'm not gonna do it because I also could, misspell it speaking it. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that and like watch the stream a year later and be like, I misspelled disappointing. But if I had a place for disappointing movies, it would be this one. Because when my nephew recommended this, I was like, oh, this seems peak. And then the animated intro, I was like, damn, this movie's got the sauce. And then it fell off and slop. It kind of made slop. You know what? No, that's too mean. I don't know if I could do that. It's just what, like, it's mid as fuck. That's what it is. It's mid as fuck, and I'd rather not watch it again. It's really disappointing how, like, kind of bad it is. It's kind of just an action movie, and they had a really cool world to do it in. And it's just like, oh, okay, whatever, I guess. I don't have that much to say about it. It was a very generic action movie, unfortunately, wrapped in a really cool world. So I don't know. All right, King of Comedy. I really liked King of Comedy. You can definitely see why people are like, Joker stole this. Kind of. I can see it a lot more than some people are like. The only part that people are like, oh, Joker is just Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. The only thing it takes from Taxi Driver is that he's a weirdo who, like, he's just a weirdo. That's all it changes. Like, he's just, like, socially inept. I guess this assassination subplot too, but like, not subplot, but plot, whatever the fuck. I haven't watched Taxi Driver in a while. Maybe I'll watch that next year. But King of Comedy was very endearing. I don't know. I really like the ending where it's not just like pessimistic, because that's what I was expecting. I'm like, well, he's gonna kill him, or he's gonna, because then it really would have been like, oh, Joker just stole this. But no, the ending's good. I didn't expect a good ending in this movie, and I'm happy that it had one. Not my favorite movie of all time, but it was, I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put it in a good movie. I'd watch that again. I wouldn't say it's a great, I don't fucking know. Okay, this is the issue with watching a lot of movies. It kind of just becomes arbitrary, because a lot of these I could move them up and down, or these into this shit means something to me in a great time, or even just a good movie. I think I'm probably just gonna reorder them all towards the end, but I don't know. King of Comedy, I'm just gonna put in a great time. I think I need to get them numbers up there. Speaking of great time, K-pop Demon Hunters was probably one of the best movies I watched this year. I am not joking. That shit was good as fuck. Like, I don't like the bad guy stays. The thing that I really liked about the movie is the bad guy, he kind of like, he doesn't just stay bad and he doesn't just become good. It's kind of just like, well, he's kind of got to go. Even though it's like tragic and it's sad, the characters are really good in it. The music's pretty good. I don't, not my genre, but music's good. The animation's good. good for kids. Just a good movie. I know they're making a second one, but it's gonna come out in like what, like 2030, nigga? Are we serious? I'll be there, I guess, if the world's still here. Yeah, pretty good. Or not pretty good. It was pretty great. That shit meant something to me. I was pretty happy after I watched that. Superman versus the Elite. That shit means something. I can't put it there. Yes, I can. Fuck it. It's my list. We're just, you know what? Like I said, there's a lot of movies here, and we'll reorder it at the end. But for now, I'm kind of just going off the cuff. We're just going. Yeah, Superman versus Elite, kind of, in my opinion, other than, we'll get to it. It's one of the pinnacle Superman movies, or at least media of all time. That sentence probably just pissed off a Twitter user so bad. Media of all time. Just the message is good. Hope. What does that nigga say? Hope saves us and raises us up and blah 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 blah. Probably my favorite Superman voice actor as well. For some reason, I don't know why, the animation reminds me of the McDonald's cartoons. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but the McDonald's, I think they're on VCR and it had like Grimace or whatever the fuck. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know why, and it kind of makes me mad, but I also really like the movie, so. Oh no. Superman Solar? That shit's going into, you know what, fuck SOC Punk, fuck it. This is the best movie, just kidding. Slop. Get that shit out of my face. This technically doesn't count, but I put it up there because I watched it and I watched the whole thing. This might sound bad, but I think people should stop making fan films. Not actually, but like, I don't think some people should be allowed a camera. This was bad. Like, very bad. The ADR, and I don't even know if there's ADR. I think they just took the raw lines from the niggas speaking and then like turned it up. Slop? Yeah, it's slop. Fuck this movie. Fuck the nigga that made it. They really got racist Superman too. I don't have anything to say about it. It was just a joke that I put it on here. I'm gonna need to take a water break too, so give me a sec. Not just yet, though. Superman the movie, the original. I don't think I'd watch it again. This is gonna look really bad. Oh, I'm gonna send it. No, I don't have to send it to a Discord, but I was gonna say I'm gonna send this list to a Discord after I stream, and I don't want this. It's mixed. I'll just put it at the I'll put it at the bottom of good movie. I'd watch it again. I probably would watch it again. It's just kind of like, I didn't know this is the movie that he goes back in time. This movie really meanders. This is, if we want to talk about old movies that meander and like just shit, it's just like, okay, what next? Oh, he's just doing nothing. Okay, like that's kind of what this movie is. But nah, it's got to stay in good. What am I talking about? Because just because the scenes with him and Lois are, nigga, that is cinema. To me, that is cinema. She's still my favorite Lois Lane. I don't care. Like, the Lois Lane in Superman, the new one, is really good too. But I think their chemistry in this one is great. Yeah, as long as it's a scene with Clark and Lois, or Superman and Lois, whatever, it's good as fuck. Anything else is like, you're kind of losing me. Kind of boring until it gets to actual Superman. Yeah, I like when it's Superman in the city. I don't care too much for the ending where it's like, I'm a real estate agent and I'm going to destroy all of California to create real estate. It's like, okay, what do we say? Yeah, I don't know. It is a movie you need to watch though. Like the tagline, you'll believe a man can fly. You will, nigga. Like, it is magical. Hearing that fucking hearing that theme Nigga, it could probably bring you to tears. All right, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Pretty good. I don't have too much to say about it. It's a good movie. John Goodman, he's kind of funny in it, in a scary way. But I keep seeing like shut up, PlayStation. I keep seeing a video on my recommended on YouTube. It's like scene or movies where even the actor scared the actor scared the director, and it's like John Goodman. I'm like, he's kind of funny in this. And he was making me, at least in my head, Lois is horny as fuck. She is horny as fuck in that movie. But yeah, John Goodman in this is kind of funny in a fucked up way. He's kind of a chud. That's kind of what it is. It's like the movie premise is, what if the apocalypse happened and you got saved by a chud and put in his bunker? But that's all it is. I'd say the movie could probably be better if the ending, if they cut it when she goes outside and it just shows, you know, what's outside. I don't think they needed that end where it's like, join the resistance. I'm like, you're losing me. Stop it. It is cool that it does actually connect to Cloverfield, because I mean it's called Cloverfield. Apparently the Cloverfield universe is crazy or some shit. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I gotta watch the first Cloverfield. I guess I just forgot about it. And for some reason instead I watched Dread, which I thought was pretty, you know, it's pretty good. I'd rewatch it again. I don't know if it's great, but this is the movie, I said that on Twitter, this is the movie that Zack Snyder thinks that he's making when he does a bunch of slow-mo. This has the best slow-mo in movies in my opinion, and I think it's just because of the point that the slow-mo is in universe, because it's the slow-mo happens when somebody takes a drug that slows that, like it, they're like, oh, it slows down your perception of time. I'm like, nigga, that's gas. And the ending where the villain, like, you know, what happens to her at the end with the fucking slow-mo, nigga, that's crazy. I think I was just looking for a cyberpunk movie, and this is probably, I mean, other than Blade Runner, like the Blade Runner movies, I think this is probably one of the better, if not the best cyberpunk movie. It's not the best. It's one of the best cyberpunk movies I've seen. In terms of actually like living in a cyberpunk aesthetic city. Okay. Now The Big Lebowski, you know what? I need to make a new one. Hold on. The Big Lebowski, is it the right one? Yeah. I don't know. What the fuck was this movie? I don't get it. I don't. my manager, like, I told him I watched it. He's like, yeah, that's kind of what it is. You need to rewatch it a second time. What the fuck was this movie, nigga? I don't get it. It kind of like, it was the point that was the point really just that just like, it's just bullshit? Because that's what it felt like. It was just bullshit. It was pretty funny, like I think John Goodman's also in this. I don't know what the fuck to say about it. This is the point where I was really just like, I don't know what I'm watching anymore. Like, I need to watch some more movies, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say because I don't know what the fuck I watched. What a weird ass movie. Maybe I need to watch it drunk. Who fucking knows? I'll rewatch it. I'll give it a shot maybe again next year. Now, Superman, get your ass up there. Favorite 5 movies I watch? Absolutely. I'm gonna be honest, it was between this movie and 28 Days Later, or 28 Years Later, and Sinners for movie of the year. How good, how fucking great it is to see Superman done so right on screen. I couldn't change a thing about the movie. I don't think, at least. Not, like I said, not only is this the year of being bold, but it's the year of punk rock, and I think it's because of this movie. The message of kindness being the new punk rock, or being the real punk rock. Oh my god, nigga. Oh, it almost makes me fucking cry. Like, that's beautiful. And also killing not Netanyahu on screen. Mwah, chef's kiss. So good. It's probably everything I ever wanted out of a Superman movie. And the soundtrack in it. Oh my god. And the intro is cool as fuck. I think one of the biggest strengths of this movie is that, unlike a Marvel movie, it just starts and that's it. It's like, yep, this is the universe, and it's a whole universe starting. It's just like, yep, this is what happened 30 years ago, 30 weeks ago, 30 days, 3 hours ago, and then just that. It's perfect. That's how you start a fucking movie. That's how you start a universe. You just do it just like that. The gun was loaded, nigga. Fuck. Yeah, Superman. I fucking love Superman. Jurassic World. This one, I don't remember what it's called. I don't think I'd watch it again. You know what? No, I'm gonna put it in as mid. It wasn't perfect, but it also wasn't great. I can't even remember if they kill off any main characters in it, and I think that made me mad. It was kind of just a pretty forgettable movie. I feel like it's the first like Jurassic Park movie where like almost nothing happens. Like, it's a lot of like, it really is just them like walking a lot. However, I do think that, this would also go on disappointing, because I think that this movie, there's a better version of this movie that exists in some alternate timeline where they lean further into the gene splicing shit and like the human dinosaurs and stuff, which I don't know why people don't like Fallen Kingdom. I think Fallen Kingdom is cool, and people be like, oh, it's stupid that she's like a dinosaur girl, and it's like, once again, yeah, it's weird. Why can't a movie be weird and like not make sense sometimes? And why you need to sometimes accept that when a movie, this is my mindset when watching movies now. It's just like, when something is happening and the movie says it's that way, I'm not gonna spend my fucking time being like, oh, but that doesn't make sense, or why does it make sense that way? Just shut the fuck up and watch the movie. You don't need to shut your brain off completely. You can ask those questions, but you don't need to like deconstruct the movie, and then if the answer doesn't come up, you don't need to be like, oh, it's a bad movie because when I asked the question that is kind of impossible to answer without it being like too convoluted, it wasn't satisfying to me. I don't, which is to say, I feel like this movie got ruined by that, because if they would have if people weren't so like, the human dinosaur stuff is so weird, I think there could have been a better movie. Can you imagine a Resident Evil type of fucking movie? I was telling, I went to go see it with Precious, and I was like, I think this movie would have been better if most of it was spent being locked in the lab on the island with weird human dinosaurs, and just saying, fuck it. Like, this is Jurassic Park now, because it's like, it's the end. I think this one was Dominion or whatever. I can't fucking remember which one this one is. Whatever its title is. I think they should have leaned into the body horror dinosaur stuff a lot more, instead of being like, oh, they kind of have human aspects to them, or this one kind of looks like a Rancor xenomorph thing. Why not just do more of that? That would have been, do a fucking rated R Jurassic World, Jurassic whatever the fuck. I don't know. I think it could have been better, and it was pretty disappointing. So I'm just gonna put it in its mid/whatever/aight. Batman and Superman: Public Enemies. I'd rewatch that. That was good. This was a nice like palate cleanser of like, in a weird way, a good palate cleanser of like really great movies. It was good to just go back to the good old days where DC knew how to make animated movies. And it's kind of switched now where DC doesn't know how to make animated movies and Marvel knows how, or I don't know if Marvel knows how to make animated movies, but DC knows how to make normal movies and now Marvel doesn't. And they kind of forgot how to make good animated shit. And this is really good. It was just, I think my favorite part about it, and to be fair, it is based on a comic. But my favorite part about it is just that you just, you know, it changes when it's animated to, it was good to be like, I know that guy. Yay, I know that guy. I know that reference. It changes when it's animated. When it's live action, I think it's slop. But when it's like this, I'm like, oh, cool. Because they're not wasting time or on actors or money or budget or whatever the fuck to get all those characters on screen. Or having to flesh them out. It's just like, this is a story and other superheroes are going to show up. I think that's also Superman 2025's greatest strength. It's like, yep, it's in DC, so why wouldn't these other characters show up? Yeah, I thought it was great. I also love seeing my boy Metallo. I fucking love Metallo. All right. Now this is where these next two movies is where problems start to arise. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Holy fuck. Lois, oh my god, nigga. This was, I thought it was gonna be like a fistful of dollars where I'm like, yeah, that's good. I say like people like it. No, this movie, this almost beat out SLC Punk. This movie was crazy. Like, it's a long movie, but I think this movie without its soundtrack would probably be a little bit lower, if I'm being completely honest. But the soundtrack of this movie is so good, and you know all the songs. You know the, and you know the like, oh my god, the Ecstasy of Gold, fucking the what is it, the final, the trio, the gunfight at the end, or the standoff, that's iconic for a reason, nigga. And even the scene before that where he's running around and the camera is chasing him. I don't know when this movie was made. I'm assuming in like the 60s or 70s. But the way that like the camera is following him around, I'm moving my arm like you can see it. But you know, it starts to blur because it's following him because he's running around and around and around in the graveyard. Oh my god, with the fucking soundtrack going, the scene where was it Angel Eyes? He walks out, or he walks into the Civil War base. Oh, and it's got the soundtrack going. Oh my god, it's peak. Holy shit, it's great. I love that we watched it. Yeah, it is like the pinnacle of Western movies. Right next to Django Unchained. It's my favorite Western movie. Both of them are. It's so good. Like, I was stunned. Like, I know old movies can be good, but sometimes you get that one old movie and you're like, wow, if this was made today. And there's another movie like that later on. Like this could have came out today. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It could have came out today. And it would be, if it literally came out this year, it would be my movie of the year. Undoubtedly. It's no surprise that people always look to it as the blueprint. Yeah, Good, Bad, the Ugly. It is peak, and this is where the problem arises. No Country for Old Men. I watched it right after, and it unfortunately is just as good. I watched No Country for Old, or I tried to watch No Country for Old Men when I was in like high school, and I was like, this is boring. I turned it off. And then I watched it this time, and wow. I don't know if I said this before. And this started with The Long Halloween, the Batman The Long Halloween, the animated film adaptation. It is noticeable when a film doesn't have a soundtrack. This is the first movie that I've seen that does it as an artistic choice, and it works so well. It is the end of the movie. This is another movie where I think about the end of it all the time. It's bleak. It's very nihilistic, but it is kind of, I don't know, it's perfect in that way. It's kind of just life. It's refreshing to see a movie about killers and bad people, and just the at least how I took the ending of the movie is that when the cop is talking to his wife about his dream that he had, it's just like that his father realized that bad people are always going to be there, and he hopes that he could preserve something for his son, and that his son tried to fight against it the entire time, but he got it got away from him in the end. And evil will just happen, and it will just continue. And it's perfect. It's perfect to me. It's a very nihilistic film, but it's very real in that way. And I think the lack of soundtrack, it really sells that. Definitely do yourself a favor and watch it. It's another one of those movies where I think you got to watch it alone. I don't. Well, no, I don't. You could probably watch it, but it's got to be, you gotta watch it with the right crowd of people. Because some people might be like, this is boring, but it's like, kind of, yeah, that's kind of the point. It's a very mundane, but like it's intense because of that, because it's intense crime happening to mundane people, and intense evil happening to mundane people. So yeah, it's going up there. But as you can see now, I have 6 movies in my 5 favorites. So yeah. Real Steel. I'm sorry, Nick. My nigga Nick, my coworker, bruh. It's kind of mid. It's good. He's like, bro, you're a fraud if you ain't watched that. That's my favorite movie all the time. Or it's like one of his favorite childhood movies. It would be good if I was a child, but I don't. It's whatever. I don't have that much to say about it. I think because it's a kid movie. It's pretty, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty mean for a kid's movie. Like the dad being like, fuck you, kid, I fucking hate you. It's got Hugh Jackman, I guess. I don't know. It also has Anthony Mackie, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta get some water. I will be quick. So be right back. Alright. We are Joe No Hayabusa fucking back. There you go. I got it right that time. Give me 1 sec. Alright. There you go. Okay. Oh, fantastic 4 out of 10. Fantastic 4 out of 10. I'm sorry. It's going at the top of slop, but this movie makes me more, this is like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, where it just makes me more and more mad the more I think about it. What a fucking fumble, nigga. To be fair, I'm gonna start this off by saying, and you better not be the type of nigga where you use this opinion against me, because I'm already using it against me. You don't have to do it again. To be fair, I love the Fantastic Four because of John. Well, at least it started with Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four. And then I loved the characters, and I watched the movie. Well, I've watched the movies before, but it's like I know about them, and I know their stories, and I think there's good ways to tell their story, and there was a way to do this, which we'll get into. That there's also just issues. I'll talk about it. Like I've played these games before. I've seen this fucking movie before, nigga. Like it's the same movie, just a little bit more like intense on the family drama stuff, but it's like the characters don't. I mean, Reed is pretty good. Sue, I don't like. To be fair, and I don't mean this to sound bad, but like she is pregnant, so she can be mad and moody and all that. It makes sense, but I feel like even by the end of it, and I don't. This is all making me sound bad. But I don't. She seemed like mad the entire movie, and I get it. Like you're coming. She's coming after. Galactus coming after your son, and Silver Surfer, who, for some reason they did the girl Silver Surfer. I don't know why. It's just making me sound misogynistic. I swear to God, I'm not. I'm woke. Do you think the Fantastic would be higher if not in the MCU bubble? If you mean maybe, like I don't know, like if it was its own thing, but it was still Fantastic Four, I don't know. I maybe a little bit, which I'll get into because it made me mad, but I just don't. I don't think I don't like Sue's characterization that much. I'm gonna spoil it right now. Some of these movies are gonna get spoiled. I've done a good job of not spoiling them. The fake out death was dumb as fuck, and it lasted way too long. Is she still breathing? Nigga, the baby's laying right on her. Franklin's gonna revive her. And yeah, maybe I know that because I know how powerful Franklin is, but it is like the most obvious fake out death ever. Why would they in the first Fantastic Four kill off Sue Storm? You can kill off Johnny. You can kill off fucking Ben. You don't kill off Sue. You could even kill off Reed, nigga. You don't kill off Sue. They wouldn't. You should know. If you were watching a movie, you should know that. They're like, oh, she's not dead. And then it's just, it's kind of Rise of the Silver Surfer all over again. That's all it is. It's just a little bit better and not involving Doom. Because once that movie's good until it starts to involve Doom and the government and all that type of shit. And that also is the issue. Like this movie, I'll just put in. I'd rather not watch it again. It's not slop, but it has good moments in it. Like the moment where they're like, "Oh, we need to build like a transporter to get us to a different place." And in my head, I'm like, and this is where the MCU stuff starts to come in. It's like, oh, they're setting up. This is how they get, doing something where they get stranded. In like the new universe, like they set up in Thunderbolts. But then it fails, or no, I'm fine. I was fine with it failing. I'm like, oh, okay. That what's actually gonna happen is they're gonna need to go to Doom and blah blah blah. He's going to transport them over there and be like, I saved you all by myself because you're an idiot, Reed Richards, and you didn't come to ask Reed for help. And then they realize that he caused an incursion or something like that, or maybe they caused an incursion and then Doom kills that world that was going to collide with them, or blah. There's so many things that they could have done with Doctor Doom instead of a cool, but then eventually stupid little fucking scene where it shows his name tag, basically. And that's all they do? That's it? They just win. That's it. They win, there's no consequences. Everybody watched the trailer where he's just like, where they ask him, that's a good ass trailer again. At least the second one. The first one sucks. I'll get into why I think it sucks. Yeah, and then Doom. Yeah, Doom is the next Avengers movie. Yeah, they don't. I'll get to it. Where they ask Reed, they're like, "Are we safe?" They're asking the smartest person on the world because there's no other superheroes. It's just the Fantastic Four and Reed, and he's obviously the smartest person on the earth. And you ask him, "Are we gonna like survive?" And he says, "I don't know." That's got to be the scariest fucking thing to ever hear. And then they do. They just do. They survive because Sue pushed really hard. Like I think that also made me mad. We went from Thunderbolts where the movie ends in a hug. I'm like, oh, okay, they're not just doing the I'm using my wand as hard as I can, like at the end of Harry Potter. And all Sue did was she pushed as hard as she could, and then she died, and then which some people think are the stakes, and it's like, nigga, once again, she wasn't gonna die. It's Sue's store. And then yeah, the after credit scene, it's kind of cool. But they didn't. I hate to say it, but they didn't earn that. You know what? You know how I would have fixed the after credit scene is Doom would have shown up earlier in the movie. But and this is what I think they're gonna do. This is what I think they're doing for Doomsday, which is coming out next year. Get ready for that on the tier list. I'll probably be the last movie I see next year. What I think they're doing in Doomsday is that Robert Downey Jr. isn't going to be the one. He isn't going to be Doom. That is the one that we see at the end of Fantastic Four is probably not Tony Stark, Doctor Doom. He's probably a variant because they've been setting that up. Blah 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 blah. They're just saying he's playing Doctor Doom, and they'll be like, oh well, technically he is playing Doctor Doom, but he's playing a version of Doctor Doom, which I think is kind of cool if they do that. I think Doomsday has the potential to be good, but with the trailers, I think it's going to be dog shit slop. Like, it's gonna be worst movie of the year. Is what I'm fucking thinking. Especially with Steve Rogers coming back. That's my rant of that over. But how they could have fixed it is just they have Doctor Doom show up. He does the thing that I said earlier where he saves them, but actually causes an incursion, or Reed causes an incursion, and then he kills the world. Whatever. But they make it kind of obvious that it's not Robert Downey Jr. Like, and they, you know, as you're watching a movie, it's just like, that's not, who is that guy? That's not Robert Downey Jr. We know that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doctor Doom. And it's just a guy in a Doctor Doom suit. That's it. Like, it's just, because you don't see his fucking face. And then they never tell anybody to. Don't ever release the cast. Just be like Doctor Doom as himself. And then eventually, once Doomsday comes out and he kills Tony Stark Doom, or he kills all the other Dooms, which is probably what's gonna happen, just be like, this is the actor that was playing Doctor Doom all along. That would be aura, nigga. That, you want to talk about aura? That would be aura. And if you kept this after credit scene the same way, I think it would have worked too. Especially, it especially would have worked then, because if you would have had his mask off away from the screen, then it would have been like, wait, they know who's under that mask, but we don't. That would have been cool as fuck. But nope, they just whatever. Fuck that movie. It's probably worse than a 4 out of 10 to me. Like it, and also they fucked up my nigga Ben Grimm, nigga. I don't know what. Even Johnny, people are like, Johnny was good. No, I don't think he was that great. I don't think they picked the right actor. They should have picked. You should have picked Steve Harrington over fucking was it Eddie? Get him out of here. Why wouldn't Ben Grimm have? Why would he talk like this? He just talks like this. Oh, ho, here we go. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. It gives it just for some zip. Does that sound like fucking Ben Grimm to you, nigga? No. Get him out of here. All right. The Incredible, or is this Incredible? No, it's just the Hulk. Ang Lee's the Hulk. I thought this is a certified great time. I thought, on a more positive note, what did you say? Dollar store mask. Oh my, hold on. Sorry. What did I just put up here? Oh, Ang Lee's Hulk. Yeah, that was cool. I liked it. I got it. Okay, jeez. So hold on. Give me 1 sec, sorry. Alright, anyways, I'm back. I was here the whole time, though. Yeah, it was cool. I like the visuals. It was nice to see a comic book movie. Like, this is kind of the comic book movie. At least Marvel comic book movie. Like, it wears it on its fucking sleeve, and it's, once again, go bold or go home. This is a bold ass movie. The colors, the CGI probably didn't age as well. There's also the dog, like the giant mutated dog that has balls. But I think this is pretty cool. Oh, you just started that Hulk? You're 12 minutes in? Yeah, it's good. I fuck with it. I got the DVD at like a thrift convention. I was like, shit, I haven't watched this. I know I'll probably like it. It's good. We're watching Dr. Dolittle next year. You should no. We're not, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I had a really great time with it. Maybe just good. But I'd say it's like at the top of good. Yeah. Yeah, good time. Inglourious Bastards. That was a great time. I liked that a lot. A little slow. I don't think it's Tarantino's best movie. I think that's still Django or the next one I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, what's not to love about killing Nazis? No, we're not watching any Dr. Dolittle. We're not watching the one with fucking Robert Downey Jr. or the other one. No. Yeah, it's just killing Nazis, the movie. That's all it is, and it's good and it's fun, and I like it. I love killing Nazis. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like this movie. I like it a lot. I think it might be my favorite Tarantino movie, next to what is it, Django Unchained. A lot of people don't like it, but see, it's weird. I talk about you've heard me complain a few times tonight about meandering movies where nothing is happening. Nothing happens in this movie. That's not true. Stuff does happen, but it is meandering, and it's kind of just, well, it's just Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's all it is. I didn't know this was based off of real people, though. Like the killings at the end, and it's kind of like weird and Tarantino's fantasy version of Hollywood. But I think that's kind of cool. I think Tarantino's a piece of shit, and he should be launched from his apartment, or not apartment, was a condo from Tel Aviv, or in Tel Aviv, but like that Superman image. But I think he's got a cool idea going here. I'm excited to see the weird kind of sequel thing that they're gonna do that won't be directed by him. Yeah, it was cool. Now, Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, I need to get its mid out of this, because it's swaying my my judgment on some of these. I think that Wolf of Wall Street, it was just too much. It's too long. Like, I kind of just, you know, I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I get it. And also just to learn that, I think that it didn't sit right with me knowing that his fucking weird ass, like, the nigga that Jonah Hill plays in the movie. Yes, I think that's Jonah Hill. I don't fucking know for sure. isn't a real person. They just made that character up. Because, you know, it's based on a real guy. And I'm like, oh, okay, who is this weird-ass friend that he had? And it's like, oh, it's just fake. It's for the movie. It's like, why did he show up in the movie? His friend is like a pedophile or something. It was something like that. So I don't get it. I don't know. Oops. Yeah, it would, you know, I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's definitely not like mid or whatever slash I. You definitely should watch it. R.I.P. fucking Oh, you can't blame me for not remembering his name. There's been too many people that that have died this year. Rob Reiner. Or Reiner. He acted in this movie, and I watched his movie after I found out that he passed, or another one of his movies after I found out that he passed. But he acted in this. He's really funny. That's probably the best parts of the movie. Like, it is good. I don't know. It's not whatever slash society. It's good. It's just chaos and Leonardo DiCaprio. What's not to love about Leo? All right. Weapons. It's good. Slash. Like, I'd watch it again, but man, if we want to talk about disappointing movies, this would go right at the top.
The scariest movie of all time. 12 kids, or a whole classroom of kids, all leave their room at 2:07 a.m. or 2:17 a.m. and blah blah blah.
Like, all the trailers made it seem out to be the
scariest movie of all time.
And then it's probably as funny as the first and second It movie. And that is the tone for most of the movie. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. Like, it was good, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, what? My reaction might be surprising if you've seen me being like, oh shit, like the theory. This is a theory that I have. It's connected to like like the triangle at the end. Blah 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 blah. It's a parasite. Blah 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 blah. Pest. Like, it's cool. It's cool. It was cool to theorize, but it also, once people started asking questions, and the director's just like, oh, I don't even know the answer to that. Like, to his own movie, it's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You sound like Scott Cawthon, nigga. That's, like, stop it. That's quirky. That's quirky and being like, who knows? It's a mystery, even to me. Fuck you. Just, you don't gotta tell me the answer. Just be like, no, that's not what I was thinking. I actually thought it was like this, but if that makes sense to you, then you can actually, that can be your explanation. I don't know. It's a good movie. I don't want it to sound like it's bad, but disappointing. It could have been a lot scarier. All right, this is gonna make people mad. Probably not anybody in the stream right now, but if other people saw it, I don't like The Departed. That was another case of it's just too much, and the Boston accents, and what the fuck, like Mark Wahlberg. No, too much. This was a little too white for me. I'm good, my nigga. I'm good. This is what I mean, but I don't think I fuck with crime movies like that. I don't think I can watch it ever again. I like the ending, I guess. Kinda like I like I like endings, spoilers, where everybody dies, kinda. But I think I'll chalk it up to not being for me. I will say I watched this, I saw it on the YouTube shorts or whatever, and I clicked on it. It was Mark Wahlberg. He was talking about or not Mark Wahlberg. Who's that? Is that Matt Damon in this? I don't fucking know. One of them. They were talking about the old nigga. Jack Nicholson. Yeah, Jack Nicholson. They're like, and then in this one scene, he was like, and you know, what'd be really fucked up and evil is if I did this. And then he kept going on. He's like, and it would be really evil if I did this. And that's what the movie felt like to me the entire time. It was just like, and it would be even worse if this happened. And then it would be really fucked up if this, whatever. I don't want to talk about it. It was kind of boring. It was boring, and I wanted to be done with the movie. All right, Nope. Ooh. That should mean something to me. That was really good. Probably one of, if not the most uncomfortable scene of the year. Jean Jacket eating the people. That was, nigga. I'm not claustrophobic, at least not that much. I was squirming on my fucking couch watching that shit. Oh my god. Really creative. I think that's what I really like about the movie. It's such a creative, like, alien design. And just concept that the ship is the alien. Spoilers. Sorry. And I don't know. It's just and also black excellence. Like basically an all black cast, at least the niggas that matter, the main characters. It was a little, I don't know if I like the ending too much, like the director guy being like, just like killing himself. That was weird. It felt kind of just like, it seems like the movie's gonna solve itself now. Let's throw another problem in there at the end. I don't know. It was really good though. It's probably one of my favorites of this year, but not like that. It's not up there. It's not that good. War of the Worlds, favorite part? No. Okay, I'm gonna put it in a certified great time. Genuinely, it is, in the same way that, you know what, no. It means something to me in the sense that it's so fucking bad. It should be down here, but it's not going down there because it's, what a funny ass movie to watch with people. Thank you, Ice Cube, for continuing to make like some of the worst movies of Hollywood ever. What a great time. I don't like what's funny is that there's probably a good movie in here and they just, you know what, at the same time though, this does mean something to me because they made it during COVID, and which I don't know why they didn't. I feel like they might be lying because it's like, why did you release in 2025 then? But it's fucking peak. But it is kind of endearing that it's just like, yeah, like you need a new category so bad it's good. No, cause I know like what qualifies as that. I already got so many I have so many more categories than last year. I have like 4 more than last year. But yeah, it's endearing that like they're just like, you know what, we're gonna make this movie. It's gonna be a little corny, a little cheesy. I think just the thing that makes me mad is that it comes from Amazon, the most like profitable country on Earth. In our whole universe, as far as we know, nigga. And this is what they were able to produce. That makes me pretty mad. Yeah, good time with friends. Don't watch it by yourself. Prometheus was mid. Okay, I do have, now we have to get another caveat out of the way. This is where working 2 jobs started to get really tiring, and I started falling asleep during. The messages go outside. Yeah. I started to fall asleep during movies at home because I was just overworking myself. So the last half of the last like 10 minutes of this movie, I'm like, like I was nodding off and on. I rewatched it once I realized I like fully fell asleep, but I'm like, it was kind of just a boring movie, and then it just like it very abruptly gets to like that shit. It's you, my old son. Yeah, the lore is cool, I guess, of Prometheus, but that's really all you gotta watch it for. You kind of just gotta... I only watched it because I like Romulus, and I like the Prometheus lore. Or at least I liked the concept of it, and I thought it was cool, but I'm like, the movie itself is not that great. It's just whatever. Alright. Now, keen viewers may realize that there's a tier that I haven't talked about yet. And they may also realize that's not a movie, that's an album. This year was this is the year that I saw my first ever concert.
We're not talking about my first actual concert where I saw the Jonas Brothers. That doesn't count.
Or other, random concerts. Like, this is the first concert where I'm like, I'm going to pay money to go and see these people in concert. Because I don't really have bands that I watch like that. Except for Deftones. Because last year I got crazy into Deftones. And I just happened to get into them at the right time because their 10th studio album, Private Music, was peak. And it's probably my favorite album of them other than Around the Fur. Obviously, White Pony's good, but no, not even Around the Fur. Diamond Eyes. That's also my other fucking... That is probably my favorite album of theirs. But Private Music, I might have it beat. What about Sonic? What do you mean, what about Sonic? Sonic is... Where did I put Sonic? What about Sonic? Why'd you say that? It's right there. It's a certified great time. You went to a Sonic concert? No, shut your bitch. That doesn't count either. Yeah, it was... There was like a guy in the bathroom after the concert. He's like, yo, how was the concert? I'm like, dude, it was peak. I was like, this is my first concert. He's like, oh shit, for real? I'm like, yeah, it's all downhill from here because this is all I wanted to see. They're basically the only... I mean, there's some other bands, but they ain't coming to the US. And yeah, it was peak. Unforgettable experience. I got to dress up. I got merch. And for it to be their 10th studio album, and for him to still sound like that, he's like 60 years old. Oh my god, I hope I sound that good when I'm 60 years old. I don't sound that good now. Fuck. It's peak. Probably like one of the best experiences of this year. Undoubtedly. Anyways, back to actual movies. Knives Out was great. That was a certified great time. Me and Precious got to watch all three of them together. And I was talking to her today. I was like, what was your favorite movies to watch like this year? And we both agreed that like with each other, it was Knives Out. You gotta get the cooler thing at the concert was peak. Oh yeah, and we got to do the cooler thing as well. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, and they played all my favorite songs too. I think they missed maybe one, but they played like even the ones I didn't even think they were going to. But anyways, Knives Out. You gotta pick like a friend or a couple of friends to watch these with and watch all of them with and just be like, oh, I think it's this nigga. Oh, no. But in the last scene, I saw them do this. Like, it is, oh, I love mystery. I don't get to talk about it on here as much, but my favorite genre of films are thrillers or like mystery movies. Not exactly crime movies, like I said before. Like, I don't like crime like movies like The Departed, I guess. Maybe I gotta rewatch. I don't fucking. But I love mysteries. I love picking apart like, oh, but then this, and then at the end where it all like comes together and all unravels itself. I've never seen a movie do it better. And to be fair, I haven't watched too many mystery movies, so maybe next year I gotta get my numbers up on those. But from what I've seen, Knives Out is the best at that. But that's just Knives Out 1. We'll get to the other ones later. Mickey 17 also, unfortunately, I think it's kind of whatever. Like, it's just all right. Another disappointing movie, to be honest. It's definitely at the top. But I don't know. Like, I feel like they kind of lose the plot towards the. At least they didn't lose the plot. It stayed what we were watching Scooby-Doo next year confirmed. Hey, nigga, I'll watch Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed anytime. But it stayed with the plot. It didn't stay with what I wanted it to, which was a love triangle between Robert Pattinson, and I don't know the character's name or the actress, but the girlfriend. That was interesting. I like the love triangle between and the morals between falling in love with a different version of you, and how fucked up that is. And then it just turned into Mark Ruffalo doing a really weird and bad Trump impression, and it was just like, oh, okay, I guess this is what the movie's about now. I feel like you could have kept that, but I don't know. I think that part it was just kind of boring a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think they lost the sauce somewhere. The Green Knight was really good. Yeah, I'm gonna say that shit means something to me. What a beautiful ass movie, and also I think I needed a movie that felt like this is another thing when I was talking about earlier where you need to accept that movies are gonna be weird. I think that people need to start making movies and start consuming movies like fairy tales. And what I mean by that is that sometimes in a fairy tale, and there are ways to do it and there are ways to not, because sometimes I don't like it and sometimes I do, but in fairy tales sometimes stuff just happens and that's it. And why? Because magic, because it happened. That's why. And I feel like this movie kind of had a bit of that vibe to it. It's just well, how did that? It just did, and that's the story. That's why. Okay, where did you lose your childlike wonder to just keep asking, or where did you gain adult-like wonder, I guess, to be like, why does this happen? Why? It goes hand in hand with what I said before. Just sometimes things need to be fantastical, and this is a fantasy movie, so let it be fantastical. I wouldn't say it completely goes with this movie. It kind of just goes with, that's just kind of my vibe of watching movies sometimes. But in terms of actual movie itself, beautiful ass movie. I felt like I was in it the entire time. I felt like I could breathe the fucking fresh air, all the forests and marshes and valleys and whatever the fuck that they were going through in that movie. I don't remember the story of I only listened to a video about the actual Green Knight story. I was a little disappointed. I'm actually gonna move it down to certified great time. I wouldn't say it means too much to me, but I don't know. I was a little disappointed because the actual Green Knight story is a little better, but I also like the message of this one being get off your ass and stop being a bum. I can't remember how the line goes, but it's I think the message is do you think great things, do you think great men are made, or do you think they just happen? And he realizes I have to go be a great man. I have to go make my story, even if I end up dying in the end. That's the only way I can achieve greatness. It's pretty bleak, but also it's it's good to get the fuck up off your ass. And that's what the director was going for. I think he said he's just I was the guy who stayed in my mom's house for however fucking long, being a bum, and one day I just need to go and be great. And I think it was a certified great time. All right, Joker 2. I'm gonna be honest. I think this movie gets a little bit too much hate, but it's still pretty mid. I I think that okay, the biggest problems with this movie are not he doesn't act like the Joker. And also it's not so the real Joker's at the end. Yeah, that's cool. Actually, you know what? Let me talk about the film's greatest strengths first. WB and DC are the only company on Earth. You can't say that you haven't watched the movie. Actually, you can't call us up. They're the only company on Earth that can make a movie, a sequel to a movie, one of the highest grossing rated R movies of all time, and be like, hey, anybody who actually likes this character, fuck you, you suck. I think that's really cool, actually. I think that's pretty cheeky, and I like it a lot. To be like, actually, if you like this character, you're a chud and you suck. And so does the character, because he does. I don't know where the fuck this idea of this specific Joker being a badass came from. He's a fucking psychopath loser in the first movie. He is insane. That nigga, the scene where he kills them on the train, part of me is like, oh yeah, kill those niggas. But at the same time, I remember the first time I watched Joker 1, and my review of it to my friends or to whoever, to myself, was something along the lines of like, I've never rooted for a main character so much, but also rooted against them, because like that nigga, he deserves jail. He deserves to die probably. But also it's just like, wow, his life sucks. He kind of like deserves to like go off on these niggas. But in the end, he does deserve bad things happening to him. Or he deserves consequences for his actions. And this movie is kind of just consequences of his actions, and it's really uncomfortable, and it all sucks. It like all of it is weird. Like nigga, the scene. This is gonna be crazy if you haven't seen the movie. The scene where he fucks Harley in the cell and he busts immediately, and even before that, she's like, "Is it in?" I'm like, "Oh my god." I genuinely, that scene is weird as fuck, and it makes me uncomfortable. That's a really good scene to be like, this nigga's a loser, bro. This nigga sucks. This is your king. This is your man's. Based on what? He's legendary. Based on what? And WB is the only company that can do that. And then to top it all, I think the ending is cool, where they're like, yeah, this nigga, because people idolize him, it's insane people idolizing him, and then like the nigga that cuts his face, I think that's cool. I think that's a cool thing to do. Obviously, this is people being like, this isn't Joker. This isn't how Joker acts. Yeah. Did you read the back of the box, dumbass? Obviously, do you see Batman anywhere in this? No, nigga. If you own an IP, and I said this about Romulus 2 last year, if you own an IP, you have the right to do with it whatever the fuck you want, nigga. And that means being weird, and guess what? It's the word of the year for me. Being bold. This movie was bold, and it didn't work out in the end because for some reason they decided to make it a musical, and that's the worst part of the movie. I don't get it. I would maybe get it. The scene where there's some court scenes where he's in court and he's just like, I think it's like one of the final songs, one of the final song numbers, where he's like, I'm Joker, you know what, fuck it, I'm Joker. And then immediately after he's just like, oh, I can't do this. What am I talking about? That's the best song number in the movie. Everything else, I don't know why it's a musical. And I kind of had the same problem with another movie coming up later on, where it's just like, you're not singing, you're talking in song. And I didn't like that at all, and it made me mad. There's another. There's the scene where, because this is a roller coaster of a movie. This is why it's going in mid, because I think it has really good moments and then really bad moments. The scene that made me go like, wow, this is actually pretty good, and I think people are dumbasses for not liking it. Then I chilled out. I'm like, I see why people don't like this. Mostly. Is a scene where he's dancing in the cell, and you're just like, this nigga's crazy. Like I think he kisses Harley or whatever the fuck. I'm like, this movie's got the sauce. It's got it. And also like the scene where he gets was it assaulted by the officers and people being like, that's too much. I'm sorry, I don't know what you expect. Maybe too much, but you know, I don't think they need to do it in that way, I guess, but that's the thing, you don't need to do anything in a movie. You get to do, I don't know. If that scene makes you uncomfortable and you don't like it, I completely understand. But you should also think about, that's the point. It's there to make you uncomfortable and be like, wow, this guy, his life sucks and maybe I shouldn't like him because, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Joker 2, I think it's just right. It is the definition of mid, and it's a very sad mid, because before it came out, I was like, I remember when they announced it, I'm like, no, fuck no, Joker should just be its own thing. Then the trailer came out, and I'm like, ooh, wait a minute, they might have something here. And then it's just what it was. Anyways, Pan's Labyrinth. It's alright. I'd say it's at the top alright. I love Guillermo del Toro. I love that he loves monsters. He loves practical effects and shit. Hold on, we already played this song. There you go. Yeah, it's just cool practical effects. I just feel like I didn't care for the story all that much. I thought it was pretty heartwarming, I guess. But not at the same time. It's pretty dark, actually. What am I talking about heartwarming? I don't know. It was kind of just a movie that I watched. And this is another one of the movies where I fell asleep in the middle and we had to wait till the next day to finish it. So, yeah. Now the Batman 2. Oh my god. Matt Reeves, you did it again, bruh. Oh my god, the part where Mr. Freeze, like, he does the thing, and then, oh, fuck, that was so cool. And they got Giancarlo Esposito to play him. Oh my god, they did it. They literally did everything that we asked for, and I'm so happy that they did. I can't say enough good things about the Batman Part 2, so I'm just gonna move on. One battle after another. Oh my god, nigga. Once again, when Batman... What did you just say? When Batman blew up Poison Ivy's back scene was kind of crazy. Didn't expect that in a Batman movie. But the movie was pretty okay. But they made Mr. Freeze kind of woke, replacing Nora with a guy. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I don't know why they did that. Anyways, one battle after another. Fuck. Nigga, if you didn't see this shit in IMAX... tough luck. That was the place to see it. It surprised me. I don't know why there were ads for it in Fortnite. That's insane to me. I remember that being a thing. But and also, like, the ads were annoying as fuck. I thought the movie was gonna be bad. I was like, oh, here we go, indie fucking bullshit. But no, not indie bullshit. This is Leonardo DiCaprio at his best, at least the best that I've seen him. And the main girl character, his daughter, with the coolest name of all time. I can't remember what it is. Like in real life, she has the coolest name of all fucking time. Look up the cast for this, and then look up find the daughter. She killed that shit. So did is it Sean Penn is the fucking insanely creepy racist fucking the epitome of conservatives when they realize they have to fuck white women to preserve their race. Oh my god, it's a funny ass movie. It's a scary ass movie. And it's, I don't know, it's probably, it is, if this is another one where it's like, if that's your movie of the year, oh yeah, I get it, nigga. Easily. In another year, it easily could have been mine. And yeah, of course, you got to talk about the scene with the hills in the desert. Ooh, ooh, see that shit in IMAX. Ooh, Chase Infinity, yeah, Chase Infinity. That's crazy. Yeah, good ass fucking movie. I don't think I'm the person to talk about it though. I don't think I'm the person to talk about how good of a movie it is. I think also just because it just surprised me a bit, because I'm just like, I know this movie's probably gonna be good. Let's go see it. Saw Precious and I was like, damn, wow. I knew it was gonna be good, but that good, woo. Ooh, The Smashing Machine, another one. Going in its favorite 5. Welcome to the Safdie world. Welcome to Safdie Brothers World Order, nigga. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to talk about. You know, I'm gonna leave it down here. I'm actually gonna wait to talk about the Smashing Machine because it goes. Because this is one Safdie Brothers movie, and then the other I watched later on. And I think I need to talk about them together to talk about which one I prefer. But they're both definitely in the favorite 5 I watched this year, so we're in danger. All right. Cabin in the Woods is mid. Sorry. I know that might make people mad. It's definitely a classic. I can see why it's a classic. I just don't think it's aged as well as people think, because a lot of the people who saw it, or people who are like, oh, this is like peak, they probably like grew up with it or not watched it when it came out in theaters. Like I think James A. Janice, I think this might be his favorite horror movie of all time, if not one, is at least one of his favorites. I think it's just, I don't know, it over-relies on CGI. The characters, they suck. Like, I know it's like supposed to be kind of a parody, but I don't think they did it in that funny of a way, or in a way that I cared. I don't think it's slop. I think that's doing too much to call it slop, but it's just whatever. Like, I wouldn't watch it again. Or no, I probably would watch it again, but I don't know. I think they could have done more with the concept of having all the monsters and stuff. Because when they did the thing where it's just like, oh, it's gonna be zombies, I'm like, okay. They picked zombies, but then they're gonna pick a second one, or like something's gonna go wrong where all of them come out, and that only happens in one scene, and it's all CGI. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. It's a really cool concept for a movie. I think they should this is probably sacrilege to even speak. I'm gonna have assassins sent to my fucking door. I think they should remake the movie, and I think they should do it better. That's really all I have to say. All right, Perfect Blue. Now, if we want to talk about movies that made me uncomfortable, this made me uncomfortable as fuck, but I'm glad I sat through it. And also, nigga, I spent money on it to see it in theaters. If you know the plot of this movie, seeing that on a big ass screen was crazy, but it was really good. And that's not even to talk about the animation. Animation's obviously perfect. I love late 90s. I think it was late 90s or early 90s or early 2000s, whatever, animation. I love this old style of animation. But the movie's entirely about like sexual assaults. But it's really good. And you know, it's technically like some of it is fake sexual assault, but the scene, like even the scenes where she's acting are, if you don't want to watch that, if the movie makes you uncomfortable, I know I keep saying this, I get it. I definitely get it. It's an intense movie. But I think it's also a really good story, and I had a good time with it. Maybe good time is not the right word for it. I had a I wouldn't even say enjoyed or entertained. It meant something to me. It's right there. Yeah, it meant something to me. That was good. The Fly. You know, I don't know if I might move this down. I'll do that later. The Fly was really good, but I also had to watch it over the course of like a week. Because I was getting wisdom teeth taken out, and then it shows him fucking yanking out his teeth in the most disgusting way, and like white goo is oh my god. Easily the most disgusting movie I've ever watched. Worse than The Thing. The Thing isn't even that bad. The Thing is just like, I think the thing with The Thing is that it's like, oh, that's fake. That can't happen. That's not real. With this, it's like, this just looks like somebody with like lumps on them, and then where he squeezes his fucking fingertip and like white liquid just starts spraying out. Oh my god. Fuck. It's a really good movie though. And for that to be what is his name? What is his name? The Fly cast. No, The Flu? No, The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. I always forget his name. Jeff Goldblum. For that to be his first, I think that's his first acting role. At least major one. That's insane for that to be his first. That's, yeah, I don't know. Good ass movie. That shit meant something to me for practical effects and just like the movie in general. The Matrix. The Matrix. I made a vow to myself years ago that I would die without watching The Matrix. not for any like good reason, just because I thought it would be funny. Then my friend wanted to watch it for his birthday, and part of me is glad I watched it, and then part of me is glad or isn't glad that I did, because half of it I liked and half of it I didn't. I didn't care too much for the. I'm gonna be honest, this is meathead in me. I mostly care for the action scenes. The action scenes are undoubtedly some of the best action scenes in Hollywood ever. But I don't know, I think the world building, it's cool. Maybe I like it more in concept. You know what? I would say it's alright. But I think it's more. Whoa. Oops. I think it's more good than it is alright. I'd watch it again. Hopefully, this is another movie where I had to fall asleep and finish it as well, though. So that also didn't help. I think if I was fully awake watching it, I think I'd like it a lot more. But otherwise, I was like, it was kind of just like, yep, that's kind of what I expected it to be. It's The Matrix. Which, once again, is to say that the fight scenes are some of the best. Especially in terms of, like, the practical stuff with the kung fu and shit that they did. That's cool as fuck. And with, like, the gun where they, the bank scene where they're fucking fighting with all the guns and all the concrete exploding. That's sick. But I don't know. It probably one of those movies where it's a lot better when it came out. Yeah. The Black Phone. This is the tragic case this year, or I guess of this year, of where I was like, I'm gonna go see the sequel in theaters, and then I didn't. But it's a good movie. I liked it a lot. I don't know why people are like, he's a fraud, he's not a real, he can't be up there with the OGs. I think he can be. And people said 2 is even better. I think this is a classic. This is a new classic to me. It's as good as like the first It. I don't know if I call it a certified great time, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through good and great at the end here. So don't think that we're just gonna be done by the time I get to the final movie this year. We got a little while to go. Hellraiser, man, I really wanna watch, or I really wish I liked it a lot more. But I told my coworker convinced me to watch it. This is another movie where I'm like, oh, the subject matter makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if I can watch it. And then it wasn't even that bad. So that's another reason why I kind of need to get better with watching stuff that I think might make me uncomfortable. But then I watched it, and the story, I think the story kind of sucks. And the characters are like very cartoonishly evil. Maybe that's the point, but the way I put it to my coworker is that it felt like a movie kind of just to show off how good the practical effects are, especially at the end where they throw the fucking puzzle box in and it's just like it's over. And then a giant bone dragon, like a lich dragon, like from D&D, or a Draco Lich from D&D, just appears, and it like, I don't even know what it does. It just a fucking giant bone dragon appears, and then they're like, whoa, and then the movie ends. It's like, okay, nigga, you really wanted to show people what you could do with your practical effects, and I respect it, but that doesn't mean I like the movie. Yeah, it's all right. I don't think I'd watch it again though. But I don't know. I'm gonna put it. It's whatever. All right, now Reanimator though. Oh my god, I might have a new favorite horror movie. Like genuinely, that might be like it's up there with The Thing. Nigga, the thing about this practical effects, they didn't have to do that much for practical effects because mostly just people painted. But I think it's just I think I like the props and the design of everything. I mean, you can see the poster's so good. Like there's a zombie in the background, and then the bright cartoonish green Reanimator liquid, and the way that his character acts is so like, I'm a mad scientist. I need you to hold this. And I mean, there are some scenes. This probably had the most uncomfortable scene of the year for me, which is crazy to say that Perfect Blue is right beneath it. But the scene, I think they were pushing their limits with the zombie was holding that nigga's head and he was putting it up to the girl. That's all I'm gonna say. I think that's a bit much, but it's also a really fucking good movie. So I think as long as the actress is okay, I think I can excuse it. I hope she's okay. I hope that there was no like actual weird behind the scenes shit, obviously. But I don't, as far as I know, there isn't. And it's peak. I fucking love it. I think this is one of my favorite Lovecraft stories. It's a Lovecraft story. Probably not, you know, obviously more in more modern times and not as accurate to the book, probably. But yeah, that shit was good. That was real good. Twitches I watched with that's Precious's favorite was it Halloween movie of all time. It was good. I'd watch it again with some kids. Like if I had some kids, I'd watch it again with them. But you know, it's a Disney movie, Disney Halloween movie. It's what you get on the box, or what's on the back of the box. You get what you pay for. Nothing wrong with it. It is funny that what is it? Howard Hamlin is the main. Spoilers, is the main villain. That was funny. I like that. That nigga hasn't aged a day. Shout out Howard Hamlin. Okay. Wow. Halloween 6, The Return of Super Loomis Black. This movie pisses me the fuck off. And you know why? Because when me and my friends stopped watching it, when me and Kane stopped watching it, we both immediately, we didn't even say that we were going to, but we both immediately watched the kill count. And the kill count is like, oh yeah, there's like 2 different versions of this movie, and this one sucks. And guess which one that we watched? We watched the one that fucking sucks. Nigga, I don't think there's a single on-screen kill. And the Super Loomis Black shit is the dumbest fucking shit in the world. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to set up. Like there's an evil Dr. Loomis and it's like his old colleague, and I would watch Cookie Woman. I would watch Halloween 5 Cookie Woman a million times over Halloween 6 The Return of Super Loomis Black. It is the worst movie of the year that didn't release this year. Unfortunately, coming up pretty soon, I have another movie, worst movie of the year. I guess I'll do that. Hold on. There you go. I have another one coming up, but yeah, Super Loomis Black fucking sucks. All right, Ginger Snaps 2. What a fucking depressing movie. It's good. I'd rewatch it, but that is probably that's the bleakest movie I've watched this year. I like the ending, how like it's like, oh, okay, nobody gets a good ending, I guess. Yeah, it's not as good as Ginger Snaps 1. Ginger Snaps 1, that shit moves mountains, bro, but Ginger Snaps 2, I think it's pretty solid. I don't think I'm gonna rewatch, what is it, Ginger Snaps, like the beginning or whatever, because that's weird, and it's like, I don't know, it's in like medieval times. I don't know, maybe I'll give it a shot next year, but Ginger Snaps 2 was Precious's favorite movie last year, at least horror movie last year. I doubt it would be this year. Actually, I know it wasn't. It was Weapons this year. It definitely wasn't mine. But I liked it. It was good. Alright. Now, my favorite horror movie. Well, one of my favorite horror movies. At least I watched with her. Or at least with people. No, it's one. No, it might not be. But Nosferatu. That shit means something to me. So this is another movie where I was falling asleep watching it. But I remember I was telling my coworkers that in the morning because we were just talking about horror movies. This is all during October. And I was just like, yeah, I kind of started falling asleep watching it. Like, oh, well, it's a good movie. I'm like, oh yeah, I know it's a good movie. And it actually helped me fall, like, it elevated the movie, me falling asleep, because it was during the part where he goes to Dracula's castle and like it starts becoming like a nightmare and like dreamlike, and he starts fading in and out of or Nosferatu's, excuse me, his castle. And it starts, fading. He starts fading in and out of consciousness, and that made it like even better. It's a good movie. Another one where it's like, oh, this is making me a little uncomfortable, but it was. I think this is, out of all the ones, it felt the best to sit. I was gonna say to sit through that uncomfortableness and be like, oh, my insides feel weird and my heart feels weird and I got the heebie-jeebies and I don't like it, but like now I can talk about it with somebody who watched it with me. Yeah, good movie. Sad movie though. I think the saddest part is that like they're like, oh, like I don't know if the original book is like this. I don't think it is. I can't remember. Bram Stoker's I've said this every time I brought it. I said Bram Stoker again. Bram Stoker. I'll get to that one later, because Dracula and Nosferatu are the same thing. I don't know if it ended the same way. That one I really faded in and out of consciousness for. I was tired as fuck, but I just the ending of them being like, oh, she sacrificed herself, but it's like, and they kind of, well, the characters, they're kind of just like, it was very brave of her, but I think it's just, I don't think it's brave, it's just tragic. It's sad that she had to give herself up because she was lonely, basically, to a very bad man. Yeah. All right, Scream 3. I think it's the better, at least of the Screams I've watched, the Scream sequels. I've watched 2 and 3. I don't think I'd watch it again though. It's just whatever now. It's better than Scream 2. I don't know why people don't like Scream 3 as much, or better than Scream 2. I think Scream 2 is kind of boring. Scream 3 is cool though. I like the ending and I like the setting better. At least mostly, yeah. Yeah, the ending's cool. I think the killer's a lot cooler than it just being. I won't say. The whole point is to not know who the killers are in Scream. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. It's a Scream sequel. Nightmare on Elm Street. I really liked that though. That shit meant something to me. I feel like I'm having a struggle rating the movie. I feel like I did it better last year. I'm having a struggle this year. Okay, first of all, get Superman versus Elite out there. And then I think I'm fine putting it up there. Yeah, I thought, peak. I agree. Nightmare on Elm Street was awesome. I'm kind of mad that it took me this long to watch it. I think Michael will always be, my GOAT, because those are like the first horror movies or slasher movies that I got into. But Freddy, nigga, that shit is, oh my goodness. Like, just the fact that they can do so much with it, and the practical effects of it, and just that just saying that it's like, oh, it's in a dream, so you can do whatever the fuck. Nigga, the bed scene, the scene where he explodes from his head, isn't it Johnny Depp or whatever? I know it's obviously the one that people always think of, but yeah. And then just to learn that, like, even though it was a mistake that the blood goes sideways on the ceiling, that for some reason that scared the fuck out. Or didn't like scare me, but it made me like, oh my god, like the blood going sideways on the ceiling, because it, they filmed it on a set where it was able to rotate and blah 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 blah. Just really cool. I think you can do so much with Freddy Krueger, and they probably have with how many fucking sequels there are. Hopefully, within the next couple of years, if not next year, we watch the one where he's making the guy do 6-7. Evil Dead. I think it's alright. I'm kind of mad knowing that Evil Dead 2, which is the one that Evil fucking Skeleton, is basically a remake of Evil Dead 1. So I kind of didn't need to watch this. This movie, like, it was good, don't get me wrong, and it's very cool to see, like, what he was able to do with it being, there's so many stories about how he made this movie. It's like, I had nothing and I made this. But it just goes on, and the laughing, like, and I think that's the point. It's to make you fucking insane, but it just went on a little too long. Where I'm like, I'm not just turning insane and being immersed in the insanity of this movie. I'm getting annoyed now at this movie. That's what it turned into. But I'm excited to shut up. I'm excited to watch Evil fucking Skeleton next year, or sometime soon. Dawn of the Dead. This is the other movie that I was talking about with The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That if it came out this year, I would be like, wow, like this, like it holds up. It's still, even the setting holds up. The only difference is that nobody has a cell phone. That's it. If nobody has a cell phone, there's no internet. That is the only difference. It's just people. It's basically what is it? Dead Rising, the movie, except not goofy. I mean, it has some goofy moments, but in terms of, like, I guess post-apocalyptic movies, it kind of is pretty fucking good. And then it's cool to see the flip side, because I think this is where they split Romero and the other guy that made what is it, Night of the Living Dead? Whichever one came first. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, and then, like, the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead. It's cool to see the flip side, where Return of the Living Dead was just like brains and like, I think I like that one more, but it's kind of on the two sides of the same coin, where this one is more serious and sad and depressing and bleak, and the other one is punk rock. Really fucking good movie. Probably one of my favorites that I watched this year. I was really surprised, especially with it being kind of the last horror movie that I watched, because Bram Stoker's Dracula, I said it right that time. I have to put in I don't know because I can't rate it in good faith. Because I fell asleep like multiple times during watching it not because it was boring. It's a really pretty movie, I'll say that. Winona Ryder's good, of course she is. But there's so much going on, and the set design, the costume design is really good, but it's just too much, and I couldn't keep up, and I can't, like I said, I can't rate it in good faith because I fell asleep watching it because I was so fucking tired. I was like, I gotta get one more horror movie in for the Halloween season. But I'm happy with I'm happy with the horror movies that I watched this year. All right, Wicked. These are gonna be hard. I'm gonna rate two of these together. I'm gonna rate Wicked for good and Wicked together because I don't think that. I mean, by definition, it doesn't work together because, you know, it's the second part to it finishes the story in For Good. I just saw For Good last night, and I'll put For Good into certified great time. I really liked that movie. I will say the ending, and I didn't know this. I didn't know how far the story goes. I thought the ending would end at the Wizard of Oz, but it doesn't. It happens about like 3/4 of the way through the movies where the Wizard of Oz starts. If not, like right before 3/4, like kind of at the halfway point. And that surprised me because I'm like, oh, now they're on a ticking clock kind of to finish up the story because, you know, the witch dies. I won't spoil anything else in terms of that, but I will say with that, once again, not to spoil, they did something, and I thought I wouldn't like it, and I did like it, because it was cute how they did it. All I'll say is trapdoor. That's all I'll say. I thought that was cute. But, yeah, I like this one a lot better. The musicals, I liked the music a lot better in this one. And the musicals seemed like they had more purpose, and they weren't doing... They were singing and not talking in song, and I think that they did that too much in Wicked, like the first one. So I think I'm just gonna have to put that one in It's Alright. I don't know how they do it, but I feel like there has to be some way where you could have just made this one movie. I think there's too much in the first one. Too much just stuff that doesn't, at least in my opinion, matter, but it kind of does because you need to show them becoming friend or enemies to friends. And to be fair, they play that out. I'm like, okay, like I still hate this bitch Glinda, like she sucks, or Galinda or whatever. Like to the point where I'm like, fuck this movie. Why would I ever like this character? And then eventually they do become friends, and it is a very slow and gradual where it's just like, yeah, why would they become friends? And then you're like, okay, I kind of get it now. Which I think that's pretty cool. So you know what? I'm gonna move that up just from talking it up. I'm gonna put it up to. I'd watch it again probably, but I need to watch the second one. If I'm gonna rewatch the first one, I'm gonna rewatch the second one. Yeah, surprising. I liked it. It was a musical. I guess I've talked about. It was only these three. It was only Joker 2 and the Wicked movies. I don't like musicals that much, and I liked these mostly. I didn't like Joker 2's musical, but I liked these two, and that surprised me, and that made me happy. So yeah. Oh boy, Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro. Oh fuck! Oh shit! This is the other movie where I'm like, 28 years later, uh-oh, you might be in trouble. Wow, nigga, I had dreams about it. I had dreams about the Dark Angel. I was literally that nigga Frankenstein. Oh my god. Oh, you've heard me ramble on and on about practical effects, but this one took the cake for probably all of eternity. Costume design, practical effects, like practical monster effects, and oh fuck, and set design. Jesus, and the colors of this movie, the way it's shot. Oh my god, And the movie itself, the story and stuff is also very good too. Don't get it twisted. It's not just that I'm not like, oh, just pretty visuals, cool visuals. Very well acted. Has all the people that you'd want to be in it. I don't care. I don't know the full story of, like, people are like, oh, this is a bastardization of, like, the Frankenstein story. I don't care, nigga. Like, let him do his own thing. He said this is a very personal movie to him. At least I think what I heard is that this is a very Spanish movie from Guillermo del Toro himself. And I've come to not only appreciate him through his films, but also come to appreciate him because he has a funny voice, and I like him in Death Stranding as Deadman. Yeah, it's peak. It's as good as people. Don't listen to people being like, this isn't that good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very good. Very good movie. All right. Well, we came to it. The other worst movie that I watched this year. What happened? FNAF 2. What happened? What are we doing? I guess I'll say this. You can tell that he didn't have a screenwriter for this one and didn't have a co-writer. There is nobody in Scott's vicinity to say, Scott, no. Unfortunately disappointing, but I can't wait to see Vanny. Yeah, nigga. You exactly. Disappointing. They're setting up Vanny, nigga. The worst character in all of FNAF. And they fucking, look how they massacred my girl. The marionette, they fucking ruined her. They made her like weird and like, if you don't get out of the way, I'm gonna kill you, to a child? Really? And also it's just corny, like, all adults are evil. They need to die. I know fucking Scott Cawthon was in his room. He thought he was the fucking pen to fire on paper. He thought that he was doing that. No, nigga. Please, just somebody's gotta take him out back. That's all I gotta say. I don't know what happened. And like the Withers, the Withered animatronics are barely on scene or on screen. And this is the other issue. Another thing. But this is partially the critics' fault. The critics are like, it's not like the game's enough. Some fans also said that. So then they dedicated an entire like 10-minute sequence to him, Michael being in an office and like literally playing the game, and all the animatronics are coming at him in slow motion. And I don't get it. I don't. And it's also the Chica movie for some reason. It's not fuck Freddy. Five Nights at Chica's. What else? I guess the Michael Afton thing is kind of cool, but it doesn't make any sense because it's just like, come Vanessa, you need to be like my father, and he's going to kill if you don't stop him, he'll kill the entire town. Why? I don't know. He's evil. Like, Michael, the nigga that hates his dad and like was like, fuck it, I'm gonna sit down in here and burn alive with you. That nigga, that's the same Michael? You're telling me that? And yeah, you can change it. Like I said earlier, if you own an IP, you can change stuff. I don't expect it to be a 1-to-1 to the games, because that would probably be even worse, because that was before Scott had anybody but himself around him. Not even just to say no, but just anybody but himself. But it was, I don't get what he was cooking, man. Scott, never cook again, and if you do, get somebody else to help you. Best scene in the movie was the end credit scene. It's my profile picture on Twitter right now. Fucking Springtrap under the plastic wrap. But from where I'm sitting now, and from what the director's being like, oh, this movie was for the fans. Nigga, fuck you, fuck the fans. Fuck all that shit. Oh, the falling down the stairs thing too. Yeah, that was corny. What a waste. What a waste of what is it? What a waste of just say William Afton, of Matthew Lillard. I'm moving on. Fuck FNAF 2. The way it's looking, FNAF FNAF 3 is gonna be dog shit. Anyways, Glass Onion, we're back to Knives Out. Another favorite of this year. It for me and Precious, at least from what I remember her saying today. This is our favorite one. I've heard some people don't like this one that much. I don't get why. I know it's like oh, it's a COVID movie. Whatever, who gives a shit? Like, that's kind of cool. It's a COVID movie, but then it's not. Like, it immediately is just like, open your mouth, and then he shoots the thing, and it's like, oh, you can take your mask off now, because they wanted the actors to be able to see their face so they can act better. But Janelle Monáe, holy fuck, she acted her ass off in this. I like the mystery of it, because this is really the one where me and Precious were talking back and forth, being like, wait a minute, did you see that in that scene? They did that, and then this happened. I'm like, I don't know. I think this is what's happening. And then she ended up being right. She ended up being very right. And I don't know, maybe people are like, oh, the camera tricks you, because it does a thing where the camera tricks you into thinking one thing, but it does it in a way that makes sense because the character is thinking something. So, I don't know. Nigga, just take out the 5 from favorite movies. No, we'll get to it. We got it. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's peak. I think it's the best Knives Out one. We'll get to actually, let's just talk about Wake Up Dead Man. I liked Wake Up Dead Man, but I think I like it the least out of Knives Out trilogy. I don't know, it's just, I think it's mostly because the murder is very convoluted, and and I'm not trying to be that guy that like picks it apart, but like, because this isn't me thinking this in retrospect. This is me just thinking about it like as I was watching. I'm like, for this to be set up, it's almost impossible. I need to make sure my music is still my stuff. Oh my god, nigga. Hold on. Okay, we might be good. I hope so. There might be a part of the stream that becomes muted because it fucking switched to random shit. Get out of here. Okay, jeez. Give me a sec. I gotta figure out my music again. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Wake Up Dead Man. I feel like the kills, or the kill, like the murder and the mystery of it was a little convoluted, and I was thinking that as I was watching it. It wasn't just like, oh, well, now that I have all the pieces laid out to me, it doesn't actually make sense. It was like, I think this was doing too much. Like, which is kind of the point of the murder, to be like, wow, this is unsolvable, but the way that it was solved was kind of unsatisfying to me in the end. Alright, I got the music fixed. In comparison to like Glass Onion, I'm like, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. And it also, like, in Glass Onion, it's kind of obvious like what it is. And then in the first Knives Out, it's not. I mean, it almost is, but there's red herrings where it's just like, maybe it's not as obvious as I think it is. But then you think too much about it. I don't know. I love mysteries. This mystery didn't do too much for me, but the movie itself as a movie is really good, and I like all the characters. I like how it looks. Yeah. I like it as a movie. I just don't think the mystery was as satisfying to me. All right, Spinal Tap. It's a good movie. I'd rewatch it again. R.I.P. Rob Reiner. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But it's like the movie that started the mockumentary, like I don't know if it started it, but it pioneered the mockumentary concert or band movies. And it was cute. I liked it. I don't have too much to say about it. It's just funny. The payoff to all of their drummers dying or ending up dying was really funny. That actually got me to laugh out loud. yeah, good movie, funny movie. If you want a funny movie, watch that. It's very dry humor though, and I like dry humor, so. Okay. Okay. Don't get. I know this looks bad. The Holdovers. I watched this. This is the first Christmas movie I watched, and oh my god, this is so good. Another one of those movies. Turn everything off. Crack open the window a little bit because it's snowing outside and you can hear the wind. And I want to live in this movie, and I know that makes the director mad. The director, when this movie came out, he's just like, oh yeah, it's weird how people like this movie because it's like depressing, and it's like, okay, but you made such a comfortable to people who know the horrible feeling of being alone on the holidays, or at least the impending doom of being alone on the holidays, but also know the endearingness that comes with that, and the knowing that you can't just you shouldn't just, you can't just not be there for it, and you just have to live through it, so you kind of try to make the most of it. That this movie embodied that so well, making the most of possibly shitty holiday plans and knowing that everybody else is going to be having good ones without you. Such a heartfelt movie. I think you didn't even need to really set this in this period. I mean, you kind of did. I guess with cell phones, this would have made it a little bit different, but which is interesting. How that's just as a side comment. That's interesting that the addition of having cell phones can change so many movies. But yeah, I can see why. I think her name is Divine. I can see why she got Best Supporting Actress, because the way I rewatched this. I rewatched it like 2 days later or a day later, Precious, and just the knowing what you know about her character and her first scene where she looks out the window. Man, just incredible. Actually, incredible fucking movie, and for it to be a Christmas movie at that, wow. Christmas Story. That should mean something to me. I will laugh out loud to Fragile. I think it's Italian. I will laugh. I will laugh out loud to that every year. I used to watch the 24-hour reruns every year at my grandma and grandpa's house. That's a fucking special ass movie to me, man. Nothing will ever change that. Elf. It's a good movie. It's funny. It's a funny movie. I don't think there's I used to think this is one of the movies as a kid where I'd be like, I hate this movie. This movie sucks. And then I rewatched it, I don't know, like 5 years ago, and I'm like, this is actually pretty funny. And then I rewatched it again. I'm like, hey, this is even funnier now that I have alcohol in my system. Great rewatch, still holds up. Yeah, that was lots of fun. Yeah, I don't, we're at the Christmas movies. I don't have too much to say about them other than the Holdovers. Except for Dragon Josh Christmas stuff, so that was a certified great time. Oh, that was fun. I think it held up even better than I was hoping it would. I thought it would just be kind of like, oh, that was pretty good, but no, that was actually really funny. It is, the director being who he is, the only black character in the movie going like, why'd you have to turn it into a drive-by? That's a little crazy. But still a fun movie. I really liked it. And then Gremlins, also a certified great time. No, that shit means something to me. Nigga, I love little evil fucking creatures, and that is the evil fucking creatures, the movie. People just call little evil fucking creatures gremlins sometimes. Like, oh, look at that gremlin. It's peak. It was even better than I remembered, because there's a point in the movie where, and I said this as we were watching, and I'm just like, I think this scene, the practical effects department was just like, hey, who made? I think it was Steven Spielberg. They're like, hey, Steven Spielberg, can we just get a scene where we can just do whatever the fuck we want? Like, we have a bunch of props laying around. Can we just go crazy? And then they said yes. And oh yeah, the sweet monkey with the certificate of sweetness. That was Peak and Drake and Josh. But the bar scene in the Gremlins where they're just like, yeah, just anything goes. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch Gremlins 2, because that movie is just that scene the entire movie. I love Gremlins. I probably won't be there for Gremlins 3. Also, this is very funny. I had a conversation with my bestie, and I was just like, nigga, I said this months ago. I was just like, they're probably about to bring back Gremlins the way that WB is fucking like sinking. And it's gonna be, you're gonna be Dexterdo or Discussing Film. Gremlins 3 is set to release in 2027. And it's like the picture of fucking was it Gizmo like looking back? Go look on Twitter right now. Look up Gremlins 3. Almost verbatim what I said happens there. Oh, and I will not be watching because it's probably gonna be slop. Okay, I'm gonna get water. I'm almost done, but I can feel it. If I was gonna try to finish up these last three, like I said, I accidentally put Joker on here twice. Oh, you know what I can do? I can put Joker in slop and also Joker in mid, because I think that's where it belongs, in both of those at the same time. Yeah, I'll be right back. I will be really quick. I'm just gonna get some water. Alright, I'm back. Let's finish up this list. Or let's finish up these movies. Alright. Eddington, I'm gonna start with Eddington first, because I have more to talk about with Marty Supreme and the Smashing Machine. That's fire, nigga. That is what they're both the brothers Marty Machine, the Smashing Machine. Ooh. Anyways, Eddington, I don't want to watch it again. I didn't like it. Some people are like, oh, it's not centrist garbage. It kind of is. It has a very, well, both sides are actually bad messaging to it, and yeah, both sides are bad, but maybe if we look outside, like right now, what happened this year, and look at what side is doing what, I think if we put our thinking caps on, I think maybe one side is worse than the other. And yeah, yeah, both sides are bad, but I don't know, like, and I get it. I get that the message of the film is like, but in the end, the evil tech companies, they won out in the end. Yeah, like I know, we know that. I feel like I've seen some films being like, oh, well, this film makes people uncomfortable, and that's good, and it's good that it makes people uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, but like, what is it doing? I don't know how much this nigga. I don't like Ari Aster to begin with. We'll get to him soon. How much is that nigga's net worth? What does he do? He probably is donating to whoever and just doing all this good stuff, but it's like, nigga, at this point,
the only way to end this is a hot one through a certain someone's head. Do what needs to be done.
And then, but see, the movie shows how bad that can be, because, the main character, he does that to, another person, and it shows that killing. Shut up, nope, shut up.
The movie, it just feels cowardly to me. And it also is like, oh, it's kind of like it's supposed to be a dark comedy. I didn't find it funny, really. Like there was a couple of scenes, like the son. The funniest scenes to me is the fucking like lib shit fucking son being like, and this is why mom and dad, who are both white, this is why Black Lives Matter. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because that, and he's doing it for the wrong reasons too. He's doing it to get some dumbass fucking girl who I do find it funny that she couldn't. I don't know if this is intentional, but the fact that she can't keep her mask on like completely, and she's not like good at doing that. That's funny to me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I thought it was. I think it could have said more, and I think it kind of wussed out. And it. Oh, and to move on to why I don't like Ari Aster, nigga, why are you? I'll just say it straight. Why are you obsessed with rape, nigga? Why is that your thing? What did that do? What did that do for the plot of the movie? For Emma Stone's character to be like, which I don't want to sound bad, but like, because you know obviously there are rape survivors and they exist as people. They can be in movies but you intentionally put stuff into movies. Why do almost all your movies I hear about involve some sort of rape or sexual assault or some weird sex shit? What the fuck is the matter with this nigga? If you want to find out about Ari Aster, one of his, I think it's his first film. If you want to find out about him, look up Something Strange About the Johnstons. Once you know about Something Strange About the Johnsons, you will never want to stop beating Ari Aster over the head with your bare fucking fist, because that's what I want to do. Why make that movie? Like I said before, I have pushed myself to be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch some stuff that's gonna make me uncomfortable. But sometimes, nigga, you just gotta stop yourself and say, maybe I don't need to make this. Maybe the why not matters less than the why. I don't know. I don't think I like his movies. I don't like Eddington that much. I'd rather not watch it again. Maybe I'll give it a second watch through. Like, at least now that I know what the movie is, but I didn't like it. My tweet that I did for my quote-unquote review on Twitter, I quote tweeted my now watching tweet with the family turning off the TV in the SpongeBob episode where they go up to the fucking surface and become real life, or at least I think it's that episode. You know what I'm talking about if you're a real nigga. Anyways, last two movies. I watched Smashing Machine way before Marty Supreme, but Marty Supreme was supposed to be my last movie of the year. It turned out to be Wicked for Good. I'm fine with that. Marty Supreme. Boom. Smashing Machine. Boom. Look at them. They're fucking. Look at them. They're fucking. This had to have been intentional. They're about to fight, nigga. All right. So, one of my favorite movies of all time. Uncut Gems. By the Safdie brothers. Safdie brothers split. One makes Marty Supreme. One makes The Smashing Machine. Marty Supreme is very like Uncut Gems, but it is Marty Supreme. Yeah, too bad we're not seeing Stranger Things in theaters tomorrow. I really want to do that. Yeah, I know. Me too, man. Yeah, Marty Supreme is Uncut Gems on crack. And I love it for that. The Smashing Machine is Uncut Gems if you... How do I explain it in that way? It's like if you took out... It's like if nothing ever happened in Uncut Gems, but that tension is still there the entire time. Because there's, you know, at least the first couple of times you watch Uncut Gems, or at least the first time, it's just like, yeah, this movie is The Rock, if The Rock actually puts an effort into acting. Yeah. You know, there's that like very thin, like, oh, if a fucking, was it like what is the expression that like the tension is like so fucking great that you could snap it with like whatever. Like you can feel the tension the entire time you watch Uncut Gems. You can also feel it weirdly the entire time you watch The Smashing Machine, but almost nothing happens. And even at the end, nothing happens. To spoil it, he doesn't win. Like that, you know, like the whole point is like, oh, he's got a big match coming up. Is he going to win? And then he doesn't. And the movie ends with his character, you know, like he's like crying a bit, and then he goes into the shower and he just starts to laugh. He's just like, wow, because you know his big thing is just like, I never lose. I can't lose. Like I can't lose. This guy's cheating. If I lose, he's cheating. Blah 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 blah. And then he just accepts it. He realizes his time was over. His time's up, and it shows like the real life actor just like going to the grocery store, which is what he does now. He's just like, just a guy. And I don't know. I think, and you know, I can talk on and on about Marty Supreme. Like I said, it's Uncut Gems on crack. It just, I'll just say this: the bathtub. That nigga, that literally made me jump in my seat and like put my hands over my mouth, like, that, like I was, you know, I got front row seats, but I looked behind me. Everybody was doing the same thing. The people next to me, they're all doing the same thing. Just silence and holy fuck. But, you know, I saw that before. I love the Safdie brothers. I love what they do, and I like it. But I think it was more bold, once again, to go back to bold, to do what they did with the Smashing Machine, especially to call it the Smashing Machine. And then you see his little like dainty kind of wife, and you're like, oh my god. And you know you're like, he's gonna snap at any moment. I saw it with 3 friends. All of us were like, nigga, it's over now. Don't. And then she starts pushing him. It's like, please shut up. But then nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. That's the moral of the story. And I liked that. I liked that they got me so on the edge of my seat from nothing happening. I thought that was really interesting. And I think it's also really funny. It's a really funny parallel that the movie didn't do that well for The Rock. And like this movie was it was like made for him. This is his role. Nobody else could have done this, because he's the guy who's like, I need to succeed. And I'm, you know, he's like, you know, we all know about The Rock. We all know how that nigga, what he does. He's kind of a piece of shit, apparently. And I think that's cool as fuck. So that is, uh-oh, I'm noticing a problem here. Oh, when he said my tummy hurts, it also is really funny. Yeah, I think it went a little bit bolder than Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme is good though. Go see Marty Supreme, nigga. Give that nigga Timothy Chalamet. Give him all the praise. He is one of the greats. He deserves to talk his shit. Oh, but I've noticed a bit of a problem here. Favorite 5 movies, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number that comes after 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Fuck. 13, 14 movies. All right. I might have to, because I watched a lot of good movies this year, I might have to start hurting some feelings. All right, I don't think Dawn of the Dead is going to stay up there, but it meant something to me. Sorry, The Batman Part 2, I don't think you're going to stay up there too. You were really good though, you're like right at the top. One Battle After Another, it's peak. Very good. But I don't think it can, for me, I think just, in a weird way, it was such a surprise that I knew it would be good. but I also didn't expect it to be that good, so it's not as good. I don't know how to explain it. That's just, it makes sense in my head. That's what matters. It's my list. Okay, Thunderbolts I can't put up there. It's only up there because of how happy it made me to see it happening. Not completely. I'm glad that Marvel... I'm glad that they went out in a flash of light, because that's probably the last good Marvel movie ever. And I think it went out really well. Okay. You know, Reanimator, I really liked it, and it meant something to me. I don't think it'd go in favorite 5 of the year. Same with No Country for Old Men. It wasn't as peak to me as The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but it is at the same time, if I had, no, it is just as good as The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but if I have to pick a favorite child, I'm gonna pick The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. What are we down to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number comes after 6, 8. All right, let's time for the music to stop for now. All right. Zone of Interest, probably one of the most important movies of the 21st century, undoubtedly. I yapped for a long time at the very beginning of the stream talking about that movie. Sinners. Sinners is undoubtedly amazing. Nigga, it is black excellence at its absolute finest. I'm gonna start speaking fucking crazy. I'm looking up like there's somebody watching me. Yeah, I'll put it this way. Sinners has blockbuster movie DNA. I'm not saying it has Marvel movie DNA, but it has some blockbuster movie DNA to it. Especially towards the end. And I think that's just because, you know, it's an action movie, and action movies are going to be action-y. So I can't hate it too much for that. But does that, like... What I need to determine is, like, is that going to bring it down for me? Because it's also sitting next to Superman. But... Superman... To see Superman and to have such a... Like, the message of that movie of being kind and being punk rock and doing what you can to do good every day is such an important message to me. But Sinners, it's beautiful. The scene, like, the aspect ratio changes, and also the fact that it sits with itself, and it's not even a vampire movie for like half of it. It's just them setting up the vampire movie shit. Like I think by like the hour mark is when that stuff actually starts showing up. If not a little bit sooner, but it's gotta stay up there right now. For right now, it has to stay up there. Frankenstein, beautiful, easily the most pretty movie I watched this year. Practical effects, I love that shit. Set design, I love that shit. Good. So good. So great. Glass Onion might get moved down. You're about to go to bed soon. Good stream though. Glass Onion is... I love mystery. Hold on. I might be finding a way to figure this out. The Holdovers felt warm and comforting. Smashing Machine, that shit meant something to me. The way that it was an antithesis of Uncut Gems. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number that comes after. 8, 9, 10. I thought I cracked the code. This jit cracks codes, nigga. What did I just do? Oh my goodness. Get out of here. Stop it. God damn it. This jit cracks codes. Watch this. There you go. This jit cracks codes. This is the rest of my top 10. That is how I'm going to do it. Fuck a top 5. I have my top 10. And they all go like this. Number 1. Oh, wait. We're not going to order them. They're not ordered. Top 10. 28 years later. SOC Punk. Zone of Interest. Sinners. Superman. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Frankenstein. Glass Onion. The Holdovers. And The Smashing Machine. Those are my top 10 movies that I watched this year. That's how I gotta do it. I watched... This was such a fucking good year for movies. This was a good year in general. Let's go through the rest at least. In This Shit Means Something to Me, man. We have One Battle After Another. We have The Batman Part 2. So close to being Movie of the Year. Thunderbolts. No Country for Old Men. Uncut Gems. Reanimator. Mr. Nobody. John Wick 2. 28 Days Later. K-Pop Demon Hunters. Nope. The Room. Fucking War of the Worlds. Dawn of the Dead. Perfect Blue. The Fly. Nosferatu. Friday. Did I say Friday the 13th earlier? I meant to say Nightmare on Elm Street. Christmas Story. Gremlins. Marty Supreme. Get your ass up there. You deserve to be up there. Certified Great Time. Nobody. Sonic 2. Drive. John Wick 3. John Wick 4. King of Comedy. Inglourious Bastards. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Knives Out. The Green Knight. Superman vs. the Elite. You can go back in good movie. Nah, that's crazy. If Wicked 2 can be up there, you can be up there too. Wicked 2. Or Wicked for Good. Drake and Josh. Good movie. I watched it again. Ang Lee's Hulk. The Social Network. You're going to the bottom. Power Rangers. I'm gonna put... sorry. You're mid. Detroit. Goodfellas. You're going at the bottom. Sorry. John Wick. A Fistful of Dollars. Predator, Killer of Killers. Superman the movie. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Dread. Batman and Superman. Public Enemies. Wolf of Wall Street. Weapons. The Matrix. Black Phone. Twitches. Ginger Snap Sue. Wicked. The first one. Wake Up Dead Man. Knives Out Story. Spinal Tap. Elf. It's Whatever / It's I. Pan's Labyrinth. Mickey 17. The Menu. Elysium. Whatever Jurassic World this is. The one that came out this year. Real Steel. Prometheus. Joker 2. Cabin in the Woods. Open the Box. What is it? Hellraiser. Scream 3. Evil Dead. Captain America. Brave New Bird. I'd rather not watch it again. 28 Weeks Later. The Priest. Fantastic 4 out of 10. The Departed. Eddington. I don't even know, dog. Fucking The Big Lebowski and Dracula. Slap. Jurassic World Dominion. Superman Solar. And also Joker 2. It gets 2 places. And then finally, the worst movie I watched this year was Halloween 6, The Return of Super Loomis Black, and Five Nights at Chica's 2. That is my list. And next year there will be more movies and a longer stream. I watched 92 movies this year, technically. There's 92 things on this. Maybe 93 because Joker's on here twice, and 4 of them aren't movies, or 3 of them aren't movies, technically. Oh. But that is it. That is the end of 2025. That is the end of streaming at this apartment because, like I said, I'm moving. Yeah, thank you for a good year. We got some good stuff coming up next. We got sleeping dogs. I swear to God, I will not be sleeping on them dogs no more next year. It will happen. I will be there. Nigga, I got Ninja Gaiden 4. Get ready to see me suffer in that. I think it's even harder. Probably a lot harder. If I'm being honest, Ninja Gaiden 2 was not that hard except for the wall. Yeah, good year. I did good. Next year, take a chance on yourself like I did. Happy New Year. Truly, have a good one. May next year be even better. And kill your local ice